Okay, we got OBS going.
Hey Google.
Nope, we don't need Google right now. I'm about to start recording. We don't need Google on the air.
I'm just gonna make the light magenta.
No, I want that light. I needed that specific color. That's so the plants can grow. So don't ever change my bulb light while I have plants in here. That's the reason for that. Yo, what's going on? We still on the podcast, so what's that?
Light pink.
No, it's a. Okay, we started Podbean. Okay, oh, we're missing one. Mixlr. Alrighty. You ready, kiddo?
Good.
No, not that one. This one. Folky!
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind.
But Master, what are you going to do?
Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle.
Why Dave Chappelle?
Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Because he has money. You fucking dickhead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry.
Oh shit.
The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you
MyT!
It's alive.
He's walking, Master. He's walking.
MyT
Sports.
Here we go. You ready for this, kid?
Good evening, and welcome to the MyT Sports Podcast. I'm your co-host Munchkin.
And I am your host, the one and only Dollar Doe Montilla, the big homie in the room, aka Row like a dungeon dragon, aka the one take wonder, aka I don't have a high horse, but if I did have a horse, he would definitely be high. You understand? Aka the motor mouth of the south, aka the army black knight, aka you better watch for the hook, aka work hard, smoke harder. Yo, Nate Dogg, can you hook me up with that one just a little bit?
Smoke weed every day.
Oh, it's another beautiful day in the most Enfuego city in the world. Listen, it is January 28th? No, it's January 8th. They said we had highs of 76, lows of 50, and I think right now the current temperature is 72 degrees. We got a big show ready for you guys today. Listen, we're gonna talk about the terrorist attack on the Capitol. We're gonna talk about the big Knicks comeback win. We got Pittsburgh talking big. We got Deshawn screwing Watson. We're trying to figure out, is Philly trash or is Brooklyn really good? I saw that question pop up. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. We noticed that the Phoenix Suns happen to be number one. Yes. We're gonna get to that real soon. Thank you for joining the podcast, Cuddy. We're gonna talk about Phoenix being number one in the West because I think that may have surprised everybody. And oh yeah, we also have our end of year mentionables. But you know what I say, regardless of the time,
Take that.
and regardless of the weather,
You play to win the game. Hello?
it's always a good time to talk some sports. But before I stir up this pot, I'm gonna take a quick moment of silence as we pay our honor and respect, for the passing of former Hall of Famer. Well, I guess he's a former Hall of Famer, but former skipper, Hall of Famer. I forgot who he coached, Boston or something like that. I think maybe that's why I have like a black spot and like I have blinders on. But it's not a time to have blinders. Rest in peace, Tommy Lasorda. He died at the tender age. I can say tender age, right? Throwing all these death, like quips and stuff in there. It could be afternoon. Did I say evening? What's going on, Mark? What's going on, Fluff? He died at the age of 93 years old. Yeah, he was a Dodgers. Oh, Dodgers. I said Red Sox. This is one of them. 93 years old with a heart attack. So we're just gonna take our quick moment of silence, pay our respect. Tender 93. That's a tender age of 93. Like, even nobody saw it coming. But we're gonna take a quick moment. We're gonna take 9 to 3 seconds of silence and pay our respect. Okay, and we are back to MyT Sports Podcast. What's that? You may have said evening.
I think I did.
You probably said evening. It's okay.
I'm thinking it's Wednesday, probably.
It's alright, kid. It's alright. It's alright. Listen, players fuck up. I mean, players mess up. Players mess up. It happens. Hold on a second. What's that over there? Right. So, let's get back into it. Y'all ready to start this pot up for me? With me? So, let's start talking. Woo! Back at it like a sports fanatic. MyT Sports.
How do they know your first name?
Everybody knows my first name. Talent don't mind tell. I'm the big homie. Like I say it all the time. Everybody knows my name is Talent though. I tell them that my name is Talent. Who wouldn't know that my name is Talent? I don't know what's wrong with these kids. But as you guys can see, I have my munchkin over here with me. If you're watching the YouTube product, she's over here joining us on the set. That's the voice that you keep hearing in the background. It sounds like she's talking, but she's really not talking because she forgets that we're on the air. So she tries to whisper things to me. I still don't get it. I keep trying to get out of this habit of trying to whisper on it. I'm like, you're on the air. Just say it. Because when you whisper to me, it just sounds like you're trying to whisper. It's like nobody can't hear you. So when you ask, yo, how do they know your name? Be like, yo, how they know your name, eh? How they know your name? Like, hit me with it. Like, no, we don't need none of that. We don't need none of that, right? But that's what happens when you have munchkins in the room. So let's get to the first topic of the day.
First of all,
The New York Knicks, baby! Yo, the Knicks are 5-3. Count them, 5-3. Yo, and I'm telling you, I don't know how pigs treat their shit, but I just know that they're happy when they're in it. And boy, I am happier than a pig shit. You understand? Yo, this is a big day in the Knicks household. The Knicks come away with a big victory over the Utah Jazz out of all teams.
Respond to the person
And-
talking to you in the chat.
He said ew. What am I supposed to respond to that?
Just say hello and welcome.
Okay. Hello and welcome to the Dopish Podcast Network. As you guys already know, I've talked about the Dopish Podcast Network plenty of times. Dopish Podcast, they're popping up in the Podbean. The Dopish Podcast Network, not only do they have wrestling, they have entertainment news. They do it all. They have Star Wars. Like whatever kind of entertainment you need for your podcast needs, the Dopish Podcast Network has it because they have dope-ish. And yes, I was supposed to be, this is also the same Dopish Podcast Network that you heard I was supposed to be joining them for their wrestling podcast. See, you know what happened? I told them I had that hot shit for him. You understand? I still got the takes right here. I still got the paperwork right here. I told him I had those hot takes for him, and he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready for none of that shit, right? He is the Chinese market of podcasts. Those are his words, not mine, right? I told him I was ready because I was supposed to be on his wrestling podcast. We were supposed to be doing a theme. It was supposed to be some kind of Royal Rumble theme where everybody came up at a certain amount of time. And I had so much hot fire that he was like, I don't know if my rest of my talent is ready for you to come and out to shine them. Because he knew I was coming through with, if I was gonna get the belt, I was coming through in second place. Unfortunately, that's what happened to me in my fantasy football league. I came in second place as we have to continue to honor the first ever husband and wife duo. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Z. You see this? You see the UH over here laughing at me? For people that, I'm not going to tell you guys what UH means. If you want to know what UH means, you're going to have to listen to the last podcast that I had Munchkin on with. And then you'll understand what UH means.
No, don't go to it.
But there goes the Dopish Podcast Network. There was me saying hello to them. That was me appeasing my munchkin. But now, since she interrupted it.
Did you say thank you for coming
What?
to the podcast?
Oh. Is that better?
No, say it.
Thank you guys for coming to the podcast.
Better.
Was that better for you?
Better.
That better for you?
Yes.
Okay. So, now that we've gotten that energy out of the way, let's go ahead and get back to the real energy of the evening. And that is, once again, can I get back into my soliloquy now? Can I do that now, kid? Can I get back into my soliloquy now, or do you need me to give special shout outs to more people for you?
Go back to Bobby. Going to do this, please.
Okay. Alrighty. So the Knicks are 5-3, baby. Nah, I mean. And listen, they came away with a nice victory against the Utah Jazz, and not for nothing. Cause I talked about this Wednesday night. I even briefly talked about this on Monday. And that was the simple fact that I didn't expect the New York Knicks to win this game. Speak.
It's good.
Right?
You ended it.
I
You did end it.
didn't even expect the New York Knicks to win Wednesday. Not at all. They were playing the Jazz. The Jazz, we look at it as a playoff team from last year. We saw what they did against the Denver Nuggets. We saw 50-point burgers coming from their primary guard on continuous basis. No, so when we played against the Jazz, did I say that I think they was gonna beat the Jazz? Nope. But I had hope. And that little inkling of hope came from one thing and one thing only.
Bobby responded yes or no.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
What are you talking about? Since you were second place.
I don't know what they're talking about. I don't understand what they both won was in reference to. Listen, he knew he could call up if he wants to. You guys, listen, I understand you guys are typing up, but if you're in Podbean, just call up. Just call into the show. Like, that's the easiest way to do it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and keep trying to read text all the time and keep on responding to text every 2 seconds. That's not what we do here, kiddo. You'll never listen. I'm gonna give you a little hint. If you took the moment to respond to every single text that came across your wire while you tried to do a live show, you will never get through your show. Unless my show is just to respond to everybody in the room. Now, there's people that have shows like that, and you can catch them all across the Podbean network. Trust me, listen, I have great friends. Now, listen, you go in there, you guys can just gab all day, and they'll basically just feed off whatever you're typing. I have an agenda. I have some topics I want to talk about. I have some shit to get off my chest. And you know what? I'm glad you said that. Since we're talking about getting shit off my chest, I do apologize. My first topic isn't New York Knicks. No. I'm going to reset that.
First of all, first things first.
My topic is about the siege that happened on our capital. As the Confederate terrorist, and yes, anybody that wears a Confederate flag, waves a Confederate flag, represents a Confederate flag, you still put honor in a Confederate flag, I am 100% deeming you right now a terrorist. From somebody that has served this military, you are a terrorist. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's who you are. That's how you're looked at. That's how you will forever be deemed in my eyes as a terrorist. Anybody that all you people that wear the Confederate flag, you guys are a terrorist organization. If you buy their gear, you support a terrorist organization. I am no longer playing around with that Dixie flag bullshit. I don't know if I got this across last year, but I'm making sure I get this across this year. You are a terrorist. And now let me get the statement out that I want to put to you guys, because I have a prepared statement for all of you. There's a line that people still don't get, and factually it can't be disputed. Over the summer were protests that turned into riots. In most cases, those were escalated by outside forces. Wednesday's actions were a siege. It was always intended on violence. It was never a protest. In the sense, what it actually was a coup. They had bombs, they had guns, and they had equipment to take hostages. I don't know if you guys understand this, but protests are inherently peaceful. Wednesday's actions never had a peaceful purpose. Now, you may think that the riots that occurred over the summer were wrong, but you can't think that the protests that happened over the summer were wrong. Those are two separate things. So, let's make this sports related for you guys, since this is a sports podcast, right?
If we have to.
It's like comparing the organized championship parade of the champ days later to the people that riot immediately and burn down their city and tear down signs immediately after the win. While they're all fans that are celebrating, you wouldn't call the people at the parade rioters. You would never consider them that. Wednesday was a terrorist act. Over the summer, where people protested for basic human equality. And that was met by violence at every turn. And even by those Proud Boys that you saw on Wednesday and other opposing violent groups from Wednesday, those individuals were implanted into those protests over the summer to sabotage the protests, to ensue violence and riots in a hostile environment. You've heard me say this before. I have a prepared statement. I'm going to say this one last time perfectly for you guys so you guys can't misconstrue shit. So to sum all of this up, if you think that the protest over the summer and Wednesday's actions are the same, you are ignorant. Now, if you think that the riots over the summer and Wednesday's actions are both unacceptable, that is a logical thought process. There's a huge difference. And the line has to be separate from all parties by actions, intent, counteractions, and outside violent terrorist involvement. They are not the same. I'm not going to repeat this. Wednesday's acts, they were terrorist. I've disobeyed direct orders. I wouldn't have stand down. I wouldn't have stand by. I would have shot my gun and dealt with the repercussions afterwards. They try to siege the Capitol. That's a coup d'etat. They're not the same as the people that was just trying to protest against police brutality. When they were standing there, they were being maced, beaten, and pelleted. That is not the same. These guys came in there with violent intent and was met with open arms. Miss me with that bullshit. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit. And I'm going to tell you right now, 100%. I'm going to say it now so everybody can hear from sea to shining fucking sea. If you represent that Confederate flag, not only do I now consider you a piece of shit, you are a terrorist in my eyes. In my military eyes, you are a fucking terrorist. Find me. Let me talk my Knicks. I'm going to take a break. Thank you for driving to Protection. Peace in the pod. Go find them. One of my podcast buddies.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
I was supposed to start with the Knicks.
We got bigger things to talk about in this world than these motherfuckers.
I should have the video for you guys.
The shit is like, when we did the show Wednesday, I see it, I heard about it.
I didn't know that shit was going on. That's how I was going to bed.
No, I knew it had happened, but when you see something and you need to see more. You need to see more images. You need to hear more, see more. And then once I do my research and I look over,
but it's always been, cause our crazy history is the evidence. And ever since them big ships came over with them natives,
so when we doing the show, I knew what had happened in my head, but I'm just
and I don't think they'll ever. It's enough to make you go loony like the Tasmanian devil, but my mind says chill.
Basically what I'm
We
saying,
gotta stay
yesterday is
clever.
when, like,
A
that
storm
shit
is for the
really,
short
like,
time, nothing lasts forever. But God say to your enemy, show high love. But it's hard to do that when that person's showing you low love. Better yet, no love. That's what they give back. It's hunting season for them. They're the archers and we the deer with the targets on our back. Dark meat or light meat, they got us on the meat rack. We just buying our time until it's time to cut back. And then they better step back for waking the beast. What a beautiful chaos it'll be, like a womp cat. Yeah. Till then, we just some peas on the pie.
That's Cuddy?
We just some peas on the pie.
That's Cuddy?
And you know, hey,
Don't fish
we
nothing.
just
That's
some peas
Cuddy,
on the
bro.
pie.
No.
We tryna get
On Instagram?
Hey,
The dope fish
we
nothing.
just
That's
some
Cuddy,
peas
bro.
on the pie.
His is unstoppable, right?
Hey, we come together at a distance because we
can't see
on a
everybody.
mission. Only shift the narrative in our favor. A lot of nonsense going on. It needs to make some sense sooner than later. People trying to
the Dope Fish
cope
Network?
to keep from going Goku. The super saying they
right?
understand but don't know what they go through. Injustice, oppression, constantly victimized. They can't do much about it but wipe the tears from their eyes. Their minds never cease to roam, hoping for a better day. Mix the herbal blue with purple. They want to see a proper hate. They want to drink the pain away. They want the pain gone today. Pouring milk down their mouth till it's making them rap. Blowing sticks at the ganja. Drinks wetter than Yana. Playing their favorite song, Joanna. A temporary fix. Their trouble still exists. Problems bigger than sumo, so we'll meet them with a fist. They'll linger no longer, cause they are dismissed. We're more than slightly serious. We tired of this ish.
Tired of this shit.
We just some peas on the pie. Hey, we just some peas on the pie. And you know, we like some peas in the pie. We tryna get our message to God. And you know, hey, we just some peas on the pie.
I'm so conflicted on this fucking thing. Part of me feels like it can't keep going on. It can't keep going on.
She made it clear to me that life was gonna be hit or miss. So I was raised to be a boss hog, an alpha, a captain. I might be mighty like a lion, but no captain. She told me always keep an ace up my sleeve with the poker face. Don't let them see it coming and just stay in your place. Be inspired, good or bad or ugly. Always speak the truth, cause a 360 perspective can always change your point of view. I dreamt of retirement at age 28, but now I just wanna make it to age 38. Rap bands and rubber bands, get rich like my uncle Nim. Push a Aston Martin and make it to 88. The way things is going, it's like we caught in the Matrix. Take the blue pill and you can never escape this. Take the red pill and you can live at your own risk. It seems whichever you take, you still in the hole. Damn, we just some peas on the pie. We just some peas on the pie. And you know, hey, we like some peas in the pie. Trying to get our message to God. And you know, hey, we just some peas on the pie. We trying to get our message across. Shout out to God. We come together at a distance because we on a mission. Let me speak. Hey, to all the people out there going through the struggle, you ain't in the fight alone. We here with you. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna be in the forefront. We're gonna be the voice of the United States until we get our fair use. Raw talk. You understand? We're gonna be in the forefront, still in the show. But we gotta do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Keep God in it. Keep the faith. Even though they try to block us. Even though they try to stop us. Even though they try to do this. Even though they putting their knees on our necks, they pointing and pulling triggers. They want us to be SQN, silent, quiet niggas. They want to shake us up all the way down to our jimmies and turn our pride into minis and minis to crumbs. They make excuses cause they think our asses are dumb. They better realize we wise and we see through them lies. Wanna control us with the gas cause we birthing a movement. Until we get what's ours, we gon' be a nuisance. We're obscure objects displayed in Earth's curio. Trying to show them goods, but they don't wanna see it though. Speaking lyrical laxatives, they don't wanna hear it, yo. Since they minds ain't broad, we give it to God. And then we just become evident by just being excellent. Justified by excellence. Just believe it's imminent. Jesus for everything, so that you can just be your best every day. Shout out to the God.
All right, we are back to the MyT Sports Podcast. I'm still your host, one only Donald Martel. I got my co-host with me, KJ.
Your co-host?
Sorry.
Christ! Hey!
False. I'm your host, one only Donald Martel. Welcome back to the MyT Sports Podcast. I have my co-host with me, the Quiet Storm, KJ. Over there over in the far corner, we got the Munchkin team.
Munchkin is here. Munchkin, you put your picks in yet?
No.
What? That's why you here.
You know I'm gonna get some pics from her. She didn't even realize
I'm about
it yet.
to cheat off you.
So, now that I've gotten that upsetting shit off my chest, can I you know what I realized something? And he is one of the GOATs in the game. And sometimes I underappreciate it because I've been watching him since the beginning, right? And he's so quirky sometimes, right? But he's so seamless with his actions. But Greeny is really one of the GOATs in the game, right?
Greenberg? Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
And his transitions, are flawless. And even with all that shit that was happening, right? He started off his show yesterday.
Radio show, right?
It's a sports show. Sports show. He's like, I get what's going on in America, and this, that, and the third, but and it's not that I don't have opinions about it. This is a sports show, and people come here to get away from those things for 1 hour. I'm gonna help you get away. And he was like, I'm not even touching that shit. But
my nigga said for 1 hour, I'm gonna help you get away from it.
But I've heard him, because there's times where, when he had the morning show, he couldn't get away around some shit. But I've also heard him transit. But then when I heard this, I was like, here he goes again. Like, just seamlessly he's I'll leave with it. Like, nope. But you know who came out was like, I don't care if we're down by 18. I don't care if we're down by 12. I don't care what the fuck you got it was, right? I don't care if you're Agent Zero. I don't care if you call the Skyfall Tower. Yo, we are going to get our motherfucking rocks off, and the Knicks are back, baby! Yo! 5-3. And yes. See? Yes. This is the thing as a Knicks fan.
Yes.
We're gonna have to ride every win as we get.
You gotta understand. I'm taking these wins as if they're championship moments right now. When I posted the picture, the snap of the rug on IG. So you know I got my little back talk from the Heat fans and the Laker fans. Like I literally told them, guys. I told all of them, guys, please let me have my moments. I haven't been happy about the New York Knicks since 2013.
And you haven't even really watched. I should say I didn't say you haven't watched, but because they suck, you be like, I can't watch this shit. I've watched and suffered through all of these ups and downs.
Don't get me wrong. Every season I've started watching. Don't get it twisted. I start watching, but then I get to a point where I'm like, bro, I can't be sitting in my house about ready to break everything in my damn room because these niggas suck ass so much. Not even just team, you lack of effort, no defense. Then you got on top of that, the organization's a piece of shit. Coaching is garbage. Nothing here is worth watching.
The developmental of young talent, regardless of what kind of young talent. That's the reason they always had to get
Exactly.
somebody they couldn't fuck up because they had no clue how to develop anybody.
So like, there's nothing worth watching. But right now, even though we don't have the talent like some of these other teams.
Not at all. Like, okay,
they can't shoot worth the goddamn.
Hold on.
But the coaching is much better. The development of players is a lot better. IQ out here, shoot. It's only a matter of time with him.
Before you take
There's players under the previous regime who look god awful, but now look like serviceable players.
Alpha Payton.
Julius
Randle.
Kevin. And then let me tell you something. Niggas don't want to talk about it, and we used to kill him, but that motherfucker Austin Rivers, he's providing stability and whenever I see him on that court right now for the Knicks, in terms of just how those sets of players are, he low key brings a calmness.
None of my shit.
He low key brings a calmness to the team. I mean, he's not all-star worthy point guard, but for this team, when he comes in, it seems like his aura, his presence for the team is all-star worthy. He brings like the impact, and plus you want to talk about you want to talk
guard for them.
Listen, you know how we talk about Julius Randle, how his scoring was like empty calories. Austin Rivers, everything he does for the Knicks right now is not empty.
Nah, It's bonus.
A rebound is big.
It's a bonus.
The assist is big. Every shot he makes is big.
And he plays defense. I didn't even know he had this kind of defense in him.
Austin Ben had that. He been had defense.
I didn't know.
The problem with him is when he came into the.
I don't mean to pause you.
You're good.
It's only because we have somebody named Archer Almighty that just popped into the podcast. So because somebody named Archer popped into the podcast, I would like to welcome you to the
Danger zone.
There you go. We continue.
Yeah, no. The problem with Austin is when he came into the league, he wasn't ready.
No.
He wasn't ready at all.
I would have took him in the Knicks by then, but then he would have had too much of a big head about himself, and he would have been this Austin.
Exactly. It was the aura of your Doc Rivers son. You was a baller. You go to Duke. You had success. Hit a couple game runners over there for them. So now your head is completely blown up. You think you know everything. That jumper needed work from day one. And then you go to the Pelicans, who at that time were CP3, you out the door, about to go. So now you about to be given the keys to this, and you're expected to live up to that. So when you don't live up to that, now you become a journeyman. And then the next team, did he go right to LA after that, or was it some? I think he had somewhere else before then.
Before he went to from
the Hornets, from the Pelicans at that.
No, yeah, he went somewhere else before him because he was almost out of the league before he went to his dad literally saved his career because nobody was offering anything.
Nobody was wanting to touch him.
And then he gave him a position. And then gave him minutes, and then that's what started.
And then that's what really started the hate.
That's what started the beef between Chris Paul and Doc Rivers. And then, not for nothing, we're all in the sports world.
I mean,
we're all assholes, right? Because we're all jokesters in a way, right? We're all little assholes. Where if the son of the coach gets hired to the team, we're gonna point that out in almost any little thing.
Yeah.
Like jokingly
jokingly
or maliciously. You know what I mean? You'd be like, yo, you got 2 pieces of bread. Is one for your pops? Like, you know what I mean? It'd be little shit. Like, oh shit, you got 2 more minutes. Daddy must like you. You took out the trash, didn't you? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get it from your closest buddy to the person
who hates you.
Exactly.
You're gonna get it regardless. But yo, like Austin, when I knew Austin turned the corner was last year. He had a game. And this is on a team with Westbrook and Harden. But this dude had a stretch where he went 40, 41 in one game. The next game turned around is 28. And I'm just like, wait. And this is the same team where we got Harden, Westbrook, and you coming out doing that off the bench? Like, okay, you got it now. Like you ready. I ain't say you ready to lead no team, nothing like that. But you definitely ready to be a real contributor to either a rebuilding process or a real contending team. Regardless, anything you do is, going to be meaningful. It's going to have some real beef to it. I'm looking for the right word.
It has meaning. Like it's
Yeah.
It's now steak and potatoes. You know what I mean? Like he's now adding to the steak and potatoes. Like he's no longer like, even though he may be a side dish, it's a side dish that you like.
It's a side dish that could hold you down while you still drinking.
Yes. Now, so
shout out to all the happy hour menus. I went to Tab 42 for happy hour this past Wednesday before I got here. So yo, I was like, man, $5.99. Why is it like this? It come out here, 4 chicken wings. That's why it's $5.95. Two bits of scallops right here. Oh, that's why it's 4 something. You be bringing me only 2. Like, you motherfuckers. All right, y'all really want people off their ass. That's why. All right, I got you, Tab 42.
So again, with the Knicks, right? We just have to be happy. You have to be happy. Yes. We have to take everything in stride, because I joke. Like I said, I spoke about this in the podcast when they got their 4th win and it was 4th win over 7 games.
And he hit a big ass 3 for that win too.
Oh no, he
hit a big 3 in the Pacers game.
That's the Atlanta game.
He hit one in the Pacers game, the Atlanta game, and then obviously the last game against the Jazz.
In the Atlanta game,
in the 4th quarter.
His defense, along with Quickly, which gave them the nickname Quivers, was the key to turning that game around. His defense specifically on it, and then also when the Knicks were struggling,
Those boys play
he came off the
defense.
bench and he hit a 3 to help them spark again. I think we were on the air when we watched it.
Yeah.
He scored like 10 points in like the fourth quarter to really help propel them to that win because they were losing to the Jazz.
Getting their asses whooped.
We even, like I said, we talked about this. I thought that they were going to lose to the Jazz. If they had any kind of inkling of winning, was only because the Jazz was off of a back-to-back. But the Jazz started off so hot with an 18. Like you think,
Yeah,
like,
because remember the Jazz had just got their asses whooped by 30 by Brooklyn.
So that little
previous
inkling
night.
of a back-to-back
Yeah.
washed away because they got their ass whooped the game before. It's like the Knicks beating Milwaukee and then Milwaukee going up and whooping Miami. You're like,
Yeah,
that's what you expected to happen.
I literally thought Utah, because Utah had shooters. I thought they was gonna come up in here and wax it.
A 50 burger in the Garden.
I expected to walk up in here and see some nasty.
That
Man,
not
well-
even something nasty. It was gonna be a positive headline. Not Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell? Yeah. Donovan Mitchell gets his first 50-point game in the Garden. Like that's what I thought.
Donovan Mitchell comes home, waxes Knicks.
Like that's that
Donovan
kind of.
Mitchell returns home to New York, waxes Knicks.
Donovan Mitchell's from New York.
Well, like the Elmhurst.
Okay.
It'll do, but it's not, you know.
Yeah, it ain't the city.
Ain't
But
city.
we'll give you props. We'll Buffalo Bill you in.
Will Buffalo Bill you in?
So they came up with a 112-110 victory in a game that I think they were down by at least 18 at one point in time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 18. I didn't even
So-
know it was down by that much.
So you think they were down by that much?
I didn't know.
Oh,
I think, like I said, when I came in here, that was the first time me seen the score. I thought they just hung with them, and then I went and did.
Because that's the game that they were down by 18. Then the TV froze. Yeah, I remember that. It froze, and then when it came, and then at one point in time they were down by 12 halfway through the second, and then when we came back, they were tied 79 in the fourth, and then it rolled out. And next thing you know, we're looking at 112. So that's sometimes people don't realize
Games
that.
like
It's
that.
a 12-point victory, but that's a 30-point turnaround.
Turnaround. You know, games like that. You have no idea what games like that. You got if you've played sports, you understand. Games like that. That's so much confidence, especially if you've been like notoriously bad. Games like that can give you so much confidence, yo. It's a team who's expected to get to the playoffs, be a top 5 seed. They come in there off of getting their asses whooped. You're trying to see where you stand at. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously you're not there yet.
And they're playing in the
you
Garden.
exactly. You're
Like-
trying to build. You're trying to build. And you're down 18. You could have easily just folded. Could have easily just folded. Just be like, well, you know, this shit is expected anyway. Nah.
They're still fighting.
Niggas fought. That's the Thibodeau effect.
Because
That's
Tom
Thibodeau
Thibodeau
effect.
didn't play football, but I'm pretty sure he goes by the harmonica.
You play to win the game. Hello?
Nah. What Thibodeau was the motherfucker who was playing basketball who should have been a linebacker at football.
You mean Zion?
Yeah.
LeBron.
He's the Kendrick Perkins. He was the Kendrick Perkins. Well, hopefully a little bit more game than Kendrick Perkins. The enforcer. See? Thibodeau would have been bona fide security than what was at the Capitol.
Oh, yo.
Kendrick Perkins would have been better security than what was at the Capitol Wednesday. Serge Ibaka, James Johnson.
The New York transit system for the subway would have had better
Better
security than...
Yes.
Like, sir, did you just jump the thing? Hold on, get back here.
Did you just jump the thing? Yes.
You just jumped the turnstile.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, Munchkin, can I get a re-up? Can I get a re-up? Thank you, kiddo.
Don't put it in the freezer, I bring it straight to you.
Now bring it straight to me. In 90 days, we start teaching her how to make mixed drinks.
Lord have mercy.
Yo, my nigga Chill Will, not Chill Will. There's another Will I know. Shit. He just popped up.
I haven't seen Chill Will in a minute. Chill, where you at, baby?
Oh, he popped up Wednesday late, but we didn't see him.
Damn.
Because you know I be everywhere. This is also why I had to tell the Munchkin, like, I can't really sometimes reply to everybody because there's people on Instagram to reply to, there's people on Podbean to reply to, there's people on YouTube to reply to, and sometimes I'm in different spaces. Like, I can't see all spaces at once. At least not yet. My technology ain't that advanced yet. Like, maybe I should share a screen over there and I put a share. You know what I mean? Make it big as fuck.
You gonna talk Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun screwed Watson.
But we gonna talk about Deshaun screwing Watson?
Oh, listen. Yeah, it's one of the topics.
I only thought about it because I see this right here. I thought about, I'm not sure if I like the fact that you're and then I thought coaching, Bieniemy, Watson, fuck!
You know what? Because I don't mind moving on from Knicks right now. To be honest with you, because
no. Hey, take all the time we want to talk Knicks. No. Whether we can come back to it.
Yeah, so I don't mind moving because I may also just talk more basketball anyway, and somehow it'll probably
because a certain point guard did not show up for
exactly, and when
reasons.
And when we talk basketball again, we're gonna still be in New York.
Keep it in the family. She's trying to give you the bottle and dip.
Well, I know.
You are not running away from making your picks.
She is not at all. We're gonna talk some football. Actually, we're gonna talk some football right now. So, for anybody that's a wrestling fan,
we got
right?
college football too to talk about.
What's
if
that?
you want. We got college football too to talk about if you want.
Well, college football will all be you.
Oh,
I haven't been focused enough. I know the championship game is coming up.
Yeah.
And I know we have to make a pick on that. When's that? Oh, that's weekend?
That's on Monday.
Oh, fuck.
That's what I'm saying. That's what college football talk about. And I won't be able to come in on Monday. I'll be back at work. So.
Okay. Oh, shit. Fine. Oh, shit. Big up. Yo,
damn.
shit.
Yo,
damn. It's been like a month.
B.
God damn.
The shit that's funny, bro, because the testing was so fucking dicey and so annoying with the back and forth crap. Negative, positive. But then, I think it was a few days before Christmas where I was just like, you know what? I've already missed basically the month. Holidays is right here. Christmas is this week. New Year's next week. Fuck it. I'm going to miss the rest of the month. Whatever. And they're not paying me anyway. I was like, damn, whatever. But then all of a sudden, a couple days before New Year's, they would be texting me talking about when I'm coming back. I'm like, you motherfuckers. You got some goddamn nerve.
Like, I'm not here because of your protocol.
I'm saying.
Like, if you would have had a one positive protocol, one negative protocol, I could have been back.
I could have been way back. I could have been back by the fucking by the 13th. Actually no, by the 14th, because the 14th Mondays, 12th of the Saturday. But yeah, either way, whatever. Yeah, annoying.
Like, I know your name was it Slick Will? Shit. I can't remember. That's my boy. That's my boy from Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Shout out to Connecticut School of Broadcasting. As you guys know, we're alumni to that. If you guys know, our most famous Connecticut School of Broadcast alumni is Stu Gotts.
Big up Stu Gotts.
So that's the big homie in the space. As you guys may have heard, ESPN has let go of their show. But from the very beginning, from the beginning of their 8-year tenure, there's always been turmoil between the Dan Le Batard show and ESPN.
Cause Dan Le Batard doesn't give a fuck.
He don't
give a fuck.
And they talk sports super unconventionally, like super unconventionally. And
they make talking sports fun.
And they talk politics, and they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit.
Or at least Dan won't give a fuck. Dan
doesn't give a damn. He needs to go to Fox Sports. That's where he needs to go to. I
met Dan once. No, they would never allow that shit.
What? The politic talk? What?
I don't know.
Bro, these motherfuckers, you just don't watch Undisputed then. This motherfucker Shannon Sharp will let it rock.
Hey,
bro,
remember
ESPN, Disney, ESPN.
But this is before ESPN was Disney though.
But
were they Disney 8 years ago?
Yeah.
They've been Disney that long? They got bought out that long ago?
Yes.
Shit. Damn, time is fucking flying. I never had a true perspective on time to be.
I mean, even then, like.
I'm getting a Bleacher Report message. Somebody's physically sending me a Bleacher Report message. Oh, Tana Masota. I got that. I opened the show with that. Oh man. So what the fuck were we just talking about? That distracted the fuck out of me. We were supposed to be talking about Deshaun Watson, and then we got sidetracked for like half a second.
Oh, we could just go back into Deshaun.
Okay, there we go.
If we can't remember it that long, it clearly wasn't that important.
No, I know I was getting my boss. Stu Gotts, Dan Le Batard, they've had issues for years. To the point where I know that his father has held out through ESPN because of contract issues. One of their producers, Greg Cody, ESPN fired, and Dan Le Batard was like, "No, that's my dude. He's still like, you fired him, but just because you fired him, aren't paying him, doesn't mean that he can't still be on my show. I might still have him on my show. I'm paying him out of my pocket.
See, that's why Dan a real nigga.
For real. When they and let me also give you guys some of this. The Dan Le Batard show was supposed to relocate to Connecticut. He said no.
He said no. I'm staying in
not
Miami.
leaving.
Yeah.
Build me a goddamn studio here, and that's how we got the studio over to Clevelander. Like the place that Stephen A. wants to go, he could thank Dan Le Batard for that shit. Cause he was like, no, build me a studio down here. When they first got their show, he was like, you guys aren't just gonna take me off the air in my local market. The first hour of the show is going to be in my local market. And then after that, you can put the rest only national. But that first hour was gonna be, we're gonna keep that local. Dan Le Batard
is a legend.
Every single step of the way did it his way and made ESPN bow to him because they came looking to him for his talent. He ain't go to them. He was comfortable with 790 and his little spot down here.
Yeah, low key, they sucking Stephen A's dick mad hard, a little bit too hard.
ESPN. Well,
I mean, don't get it wrong. Stephen A brings work, but I'm like, yo,
is ESPN not wanted to go to the of ESPN or one of the?
Oh, bro, honestly, I think he's carrying ESPN at this point.
He gets and he's always gotten the views. He is the only.
Yes, I get.
I don't know how they felt about Dan Le Batard. To this day,
I get it, but like, yo, if Dan was pulling that on ESPN, Stephen A, trust me, if you really wanted your own shit in Miami, LA, whatever, nigga, you should be able to get that.
I don't think he realized it. Or this is like player empowerment. He didn't realize it till it was too late. When ESPN came to him, he didn't realize the power he probably had then. But remember, he still had a night talk show that flopped. Magic used to be on there all the goddamn time.
He left ESPN for some time, then came back to them.
They parted ways with him, and then came back to. Actually, you know what? They parted ways with him, and then came back to him. During that moment, he probably didn't realize player empowerment that he could have. But once again, he's been very
when they come to you, asking you to do Sports Center once a week by yourself, you're somebody. Now. No, I'm saying now. Here's how I know the power that this man has. He about to do ESPN Plus.
Oh yeah, he's about to have another show.
He's about to do another show on ESPN because ESPN Plus's numbers are not where they think they should be. I think he said because I watched the interview he did on.
Well, that's because
Hot
Kobe
97.
Rest in peace.
Yes,
almost a year now. But because details should have been all Kobe, and also not only details. He was gonna push the women's sports line.
Kobe or yes, Kobe definitely was.
Because I was gonna end the messaging Kobe my damn self.
Kobe definitely did push that women's line.
From what I was seeing with him and his daughter, if I didn't see an ESPNW channel by this year, I was gonna be messaging Kobe my damn self. It was in my head.
Kobe was definitely gonna push for that.
I gotta find the next basketball
because they used
dad.
to have that shit. They used to have the ESPNW shit, and they took it off.
No. They never had an ESPNW channel. They still and do have an ESPNW website.
I promise for maybe a brief time they had a channel. Way back. It had to be early 2000, 2001.
Maybe it was in the very infancy of the ESPNW website that they incorporated the channel, and maybe things just never
very early.
But I never. And also once again, they really just aren't doing it right. And that's a separate video that I still need to do. Because even that is still like another 10-minute conversation that ESPN. I'll just say this right now, and you guys can quote me here. 48 minutes 5 seconds in. ESPN is the #1 entity holding back the progression of women's sports.
Amen.
And they may not realize it, and that's the part about it. So I can't fully blame them, but ESPN is the single entity holding back the progression of women's sports. If they did more would happen. They are sports entertainment. They are the default sports engine that everybody goes to.
Everybody makes a highlight. What's the first thing they say when they're trying to get on? I'm trying to get on Sports Center.
Munchkin, what sports outlets are there that you know of? Name the first one that you can think of in your head.
Knicks Sporting Good.
I love you. I absolutely love you. Freaking adorable. What sports entertainment companies that can you think of that first come to your
Like
head?
TV.
ESPN.
Can you
There
think of
you
any
go.
other?
Something in Shaq show. I don't know.
Something
Exactly.
in Shaq show. ESPN and something
Yo,
with Shaq.
I can't reach that far. Can you give her a high five for me?
Gladly. And I can't take one for myself.
ESPN and something Shaq show. So that means it's either the TNT production or Shaq to the Fool.
B.
Yo.
B.
Yo.
When I tell you,
That just said some shit to me.
TNT. Well, honestly, yo, TNT can make anything be entertaining. I swear to God. NBA on TNT. It could be the worst game.
Excuse me.
And I will still watch just because of how they're gonna roast the game in the post game show.
Oh my God, they had a new dude on last night.
Yeah,
Oh, they had to do
yeah,
I'm returning
yeah,
Ernie. Like,
because
I think- and
Ernie
Shaq-
was out.
And Shaq kept on
That
making
sucks.
fun of
I
his
was looking
voice.
forward to hearing Ernie talk about,
Listen,
especially about the Washington. Yeah.
So, when it comes to women's sports, as you can see, ESPN, there's only when it comes to the mind of a 9-year-old female child, there's 3 entities that she can possibly get to highlight her sports. ESPN, 2. ESPN and whatever the hell Shaq is on.
And Dick's Sporting Goods.
And Dick's Sporting Goods.
Big up Dick's Sporting Goods. I get a lot of my shit from there.
Stay away from Dick's, Munchkin.
Amen. 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 All right. You see, now I'm ready to go to the gym. Like, that's another reason I gotta stay in the gym. Hell no.
Oh, shit. All right. So,
I gotta be that uncle. Like, what?
speaking of
Okay.
Dick's Sporting Good.
Yes, you gotta say the whole thing. It always blows me when a man just talking like, I'm going to Dick's. Huh?
What?
Yo, fire for that. Fire for that.
Like, you have to
You
hold
gotta, you gotta say the whole thing.
I need a pause. I gotta get a pause drop.
You gotta get a fire for that.
So speaking of that, there's an old wrestling reference, right? If you guys are old wrestling fans from the Bret Hart era, there was a match against Shawn Michaels where Bret Hart never tapped out, but Vince McMahon, playing his heel role, came from the commentating booth and he yelled to the guy to ring the bell because Bret tapped out. Later on, there was some behind. Like this was a real beef that was happening, by the way. Even though they put it into the storyline, this is a real beef that was happening. He didn't want to give Bret wasn't ready.
Back in the day, the shit was more real than it is now. That's for sure.
And but also, the business of it wasn't as accepted. So Bret wasn't ready to give the belt over to Shawn Michaels and be the pushover for him. He was ready to keep on holding on to that belt. Well, WWF was ready to give Shawn Michaels that belt. He's just a sexy boy, sexy boy. The women loved him. Guys loved him. We didn't say you may have been the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, and you were the best technical wrestler that ever lived. You understand? But you weren't drawing numbers. Like even though people watched your matches, it wasn't a fanatic craze about you. Even though Bret Hitman Hart used to give you a pair of those glasses, it was the best shit that you ever had in your life. God damn. You understand? So after that match, they went to Vince McMahon and they said to him, "Why did you screw Bret Hart? What happened there?" Vince McMahon looked in that camera and said, "Bret screwed Bret." And that has been a phrase forever in the wrestling business that people know. Why do I bring that up? Because Deshawn screwed Watson. He fucked himself. He did. These are self-inflicted injuries. He was like, you know what? My parents don't love me. Yeah. I didn't get my bike. Yeah. He cut himself.
Sure did. That's why I can't have as much sympathy for anything or whatever I hear in terms of him being unhappy, whatever.
And it's picks next.
We will get your picks next.
Come on, save the girl. She wanna go.
I don't know. Okay.
Oh man, damn.
All right, kiddo.
Jesus.
We can get to in a second. Because I'll transition in there. Don't worry. He's unhappy with their management, but when they got rid of your best friend, you still were technically a free agent. You did not. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you.
You signed.
I'm gonna say something, and this may just because of how they're being trained for the business sense in a way, but I'm gonna tell you this is a nigga mentality. in a sense. He didn't want to pass up that guaranteed payday right now because he didn't know what may have been for his on the future. He's like, I'll take this guaranteed money, and if I don't like it, I'll get my way out. Which is what they tell people. Which is what agents are telling people. Now, you notice in the NBA more than anything else. I'll take this max contract and enforce my way out. If I don't like what the fuck is going on. I would like to see this try to, and we've seen it, Jalen Hurts a lot. And I guess it can't happen with a quarterback because if a cornerback can do it and be disruptive.
Only reason that gives me cause to pause is obviously what I just saw with Prescott.
But that's Jerry Jones. He may be a little bit different. He's a little bit more, because the Jones family and the Dallas Cowboys are one of the highest voices in the NFL owners organization. I don't know where the Houston owner lacks in it to be able to pull that kind of clout.
He doesn't have that kind of clout. For damn sure, he doesn't have that kind of clout. It's just, and those two, they're perfect. They're a prime example of why owners need to stick to cutting checks and stay away from the football side of things. I have yet to see an organization that thrives when an owner gets in business, gets in touch with the football aspect.
Like the Johnson & Johnson Jets.
Owners stick to owning the team, stick to cutting the checks. Let the football guys be the football guys.
Which now brings me to the rumor that I heard. Deshaun Watson to the New York Jets for the second pick, and Sam Darnold. Now I see your face. Who are you making that face for? That the Jets shouldn't do it, or that the Houston Texans shouldn't do it? Because they're saying that. Now mention, this is not going up under Adam Gase. Now they're thinking about the reason for that is because you're gonna get the next big coach out of college that may want him, or his former coach, or the enemy.
It only depends if the Jets get Bieniemy, it's a clear. Now I'm at the point now where whichever team signs Eric Bieniemy, they're gonna make a call for Deshaun Watson. They're gonna make a call for him because the report came out. He clearly stated he wants Eric Bieniemy as his coach, and Houston, for some inexplicable ass reason, even though he went to them, he basically did what Aaron Rodgers has been doing for years with the Packers, is going to the organization, trying to give his input on what he would like, and they basically giving you the fuck you, get out, go play, we handle this shit here. When your team is doing you like that, like I said, I want to go full-fledged and say, yo, that's fucked up. But then again, I'm like, B, you had a chance to not sign that extension. Now, granted, you still most likely would have been handicapped and having to play under franchise tags for the next 2-3 years. But you just know that day would be coming where you could get the hell out. So I don't know. If the Jets get Bieniemy, cool. I don't have the biggest beef with it. But if you don't, just don't do that.
So that's the rumor that I currently heard. And so, a couple of things. I've heard Jets fans, because I brought this to Jets fans already. My tax dude, Big Al, you guys make sure. Actually, he texted me. He finally did text me all of his. So for all you people that's looking on Instagram, I just took you guys down so I could find this goddamn text, because I know that I didn't give him any kind of justice like the previous day, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I gave him some kind of love. You know what I mean? So he hit me up from it's Al at the Lauderdale Lakes tax office. Tax time is here. We are ready to take care of you. Just call at 954-484-7700 to schedule an appointment. Get $50 cash on the spot if you tell them that MyT Sports sent you. And they also have loan advances up to $6,000 in 24 hours or less. Need money fast? Get $500 to $6,000 in 24 hours or less. File your taxes and apply for an easy advance. Go to my homeboy Big Al. Call again. That number is 484-7700. Tell them MyT Sports sent you, and you will get $50 cash on the spot. Hey, that's what we do. We have them. Listen, like we're almost a real functioning vehicle sometimes, depending on what time of the year it is. Like we're almost a real functioning vehicles. Like we have sponsors. Like we got people that you can go get real money from. Go check on the website mytsports.net.
Yeah, people can get cars from and shit.
Yeah, you got people who get cars. Go see Ashley Alt at JM.
I only said that because just to remind me that I need to go see Ashley.
Go see Ashley
The
Alt.
card fell though because I don't see this shit up here.
I got it right here. Go see Ashley Alt at JM Lexus.
Ashley, if you're listening, baby, one day I'm coming through. Don't play with me.
Like we're gonna get all our sponsors. We're gonna get all of them out. Right? If you need to make an appointment with her, you call directly at 954-247-65. I hope that's her office number, not her.
I really hope that's her office number. Because I'm about to say, yo, cut! Cut!
This is on the card. And the card I would end up showing on the podcast.
That is a fact. She wouldn't put her personal number if she didn't want it to be.
But I've seen her take calls on a personal thing for work. But who knows how this goes. So 954-247-6558. The next time that you want need for a car, especially if you're a Lexus driver, you go say JM Lexus, because if you guys drive a Lexus, there's no better place to get a Lexus from JM Lexus, because JM Lexus is the Lexus provider and Toyota provider for the southeast region of the United States of America. That's where they get all of their shit from, and they're rooted number one as far as all Lexus dealers are concerned as well too.
That lot is big.
If you need the address, 5350 West Sample Road, Margate, Florida, 33073.
If you're headed east on Sample, it'll be on your right hand side after you pass 441.
Let's get all those. Let's get all those reads. We got Ashley's Lexus read. We got their Lex. We got the tax read because tax season. And listen, you know what you do. You get your tax money. Go get a Lexus.
Bam! They coincide together. They coincide.
You
finance.
You get your tax. You also
or pay in full, whichever one you prefer.
And this is if 2000 and
get that credit up.
And that's if 2021 is still being good to you, because we still realize what's going on since 2020. So get your stimulus check, get your tax return, and go get yourself a Lexus.
Amen.
Go see Ashley Alt. Again, tell them MyT Sports sent you. And there are incentives involved.
For MyT Sports, of course. There's a reason why we say tell them we sent you.
And then also, since we're all talking about this, hit my website up as one of the main places you can find the podcast, mytsports.net. Right? Head over to the Money Moves tab.
My bookie!
And join anything there that you want to join. Whether it's MyBookie, whether it's Postmates, listen, whether it's holyshift.com to get yourself a nice reading from Poe.
Big up Poe, as Poe put the link in the Podbean as we are discussing it.
You understand? Like, or whether you just want to whether you just want to add me as a friend on Pokemon Go. All of that shit is there.
And don't forget Robinhood. Stocks. And there's
definitely the Robinhood app on there. Make sure you go sign up for a Robinhood account. And listen, all you have to do is sign up for an account, because when you sign up for an account, not only do you get a free stock, but I also get a free stock. I have to let you know, yes, I get a free stock as well. But the best thing about that, don't think of it as you getting a free stock. They're giving away free money. It's free money. Like, I'm sorry. Like, just open up an account and get, you understand? Like, they've given me $160 of free money already. Like, my Ziegler stock that I have, I got like 6 shares of that shit alone just from them. I ain't buy one of them. They're selling like $6 a share now, I think. Or maybe 12. I don't know.
Either way, free money in the bottle.
Free money.
You can't beat free money.
That's like Genie in a bottle.
Dog. Free money? Bro, what is as great as free money?
I don't know.
Sex with Jennifer Lopez? Sex with Rihanna. That's free money.
Fente.
That's a bad I love Beyonce, but I'm sorry.
I feel like
the island team that. Woo.
I feel like Rihanna can do a remix of the song Man Eater and call herself a man eater, and everybody would love it. Yo, me a man eater.
I know I would love it. I need to go see that woman in concert. She need to stop playing. Support, love Fenty Reed, you know what I'm saying? But, brothers could use an album, you know what I'm saying? I need some new music for the sex playlist. Help me out here.
For the sexy playlist. Sexy playlist. Sorry. Sexy playlist.
Sexy? No, when I say I mean... Oh, yeah. See? That's why you need to hurry up and do the goddamn picks.
You know what? With that said, let's get that music up so that we can... Okay, you guys know what this means, right? We don't have
Munchkin. Pick time.
We don't have a lot of picks left because we already did our picks on Wednesday. The only person left to do our picks. I got the majority of things that were taken care of up there. I mean, she gonna stay right there.
Oh, stay right
Yeah,
there?
she gonna stay right there. Yeah, she's on camera. She's gonna stay right there and do her picks. All right, kiddo. You're lucky. This is playoff time in the NFL.
So you only got 6 games to worry about.
I was stolen.
You sound like you having rabies over there. Alright, kiddo. First pick of the evening. We have the Indianapolis Colts versus the Buffalo Bills. And nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
Who you with? The Colts or the Bills? The Colts? What?
Easy. Just
Hey,
easy.
you know what? That works because that means now we're not unanimous. So that means Buffalo's not gonna win.
I'll take it.
Oh, you know what? She gonna probably win this. Oh,
I
damn
know,
it.
right?
Not for, you know I love you guys, Buffalo. You really got Buffalo. You guys know I really do love you, but
There's growing pains to this shit.
you guys don't have the best luck in the playoffs.
There's growing
4 straight times you've knocked on heaven's door. And 4 times God has read your memes was like, denied. So
B.
we hope for you.
And on top of that, your first playoff game is the guy that gave you your greatest postseason win of all time.
You mentioned that.
The coach for the Colts was the quarterback that led them to that 32-point comeback 28 years ago
Yo,
in 1993.
to full circle shit.
So I'm like, I'm going to expect Buffalo to just full on wax Indianapolis in that game. Just knowing the vibes, energy, nostalgic, and all of that shit. That shit is real. Nostalgia is real. That coach gonna come up in there and y'all go wax him by like 20. Nah, B. That's why I saw Buffalo 6.5. I said, ooh, wee. No, sir. No. Gotta make sure I put my bets in tonight.
I did some crazy other shit on Facebook. I mean, Instagram. I try to use one of the filters. I don't know if it's.
You just went crazy right there, kid.
All right, kid. So you pick the Colts. All right. So next we have the next. These are all Saturday. So we have games on Saturday. We have games on Sunday. Right. Next up we have.
It's gonna be some good football.
Let's see. Let's get this on the screen for her. Let's part of it. I see her looking at the screen. Let's get this on the screen for her. Whoop. Get you Mark vision.
Yeah, we don't need to get that.
We'll get you the Mark vision, right?
Oh, see.
So next we have the LA Rams. Oh, it went back to normal. Versus the Seattle Hawks. Who you with? The Rams. She is picking the controversy today. She's going all. Listen, I realized something. I went all with all home teams. I ended up realizing that for my picks. I went all home teams for my picks. Like, so I don't even know how I feel about that. But you know what?
Especially with that last one.
But no, you went with one away team. Mark is all over the place. The automated pick of 6,000 is all over the place. And so for the kid is on the straight. Let's see. Alrighty, kiddo.
But she said Buccaneers already before you even went to that pick.
You know what? Shoot. Cheating ass. Because she'll be like, because she'll end up she'll be like, Chicago, Detroit, Philly, Atlanta, before I even ask the question. Just to
She's trying to shade.
UH. Let me stop. So, next up, we have. Did she really? Say this already?
Before you said the Rams Seahawks,
Was that the first thing she said?
She was like Buccaneers,
Oh.
and then you said next we have the Rams. And I'm like, well,
All right, so between the Tampa Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins, she has picked the Bucs, so she's continuing her streak. Okay. Yeah. Lot of mercy. Yo, whew, that one hit.
Bro, that game.
None of my shit.
I see that game.
I'm not gonna lie.
I see that game 20-17.
Thank God for playoffs. Because I will be watching for it. That's why I was like, I put them on strike for 2-3 weeks because they decided to have a game on Christmas. I'm like, fuck that. You don't disrespect the NBA like that. Disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful. That game wasn't even worth putting on anyway.
And it was because
the Saints beat the hell out of them,
I think they were just trying to see what would happen. Like, it was like, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what kind of ratings. Let's see if we can steal the
show.
show.
I hope they got some low ass ratings.
Super low ass ratings.
I hope they got some super low ratings. Because I was tuned into my NBA
all day long. Didn't even change the channel.
I didn't play that shit. Even though fucking Milwaukee and Brooklyn fucking whooped whoever they was playing's asses, I was still watching that shit.
No,
I was watching until it got out of hand, and then I was turning around drinking with people I was with, playing dominoes, family games and shit, whatever. So then, got me a real game.
Kiddo, I have a question for you. Would you like to hear my question?
Okay.
Who you with? The Baltimore Ravens or the Tennessee Titans?
The
Titans. Okay. She broke her streak. She went with a home team on that one. Alrighty.
I like it. She picked the team that I picked. Titans.
Next up.
The first two, I'm shook. I'm like, damn, she picked the
We have the Chicago Bears. I almost said Bulls. The Chicago Bears versus the New Orleans. Oh, when the Saints come marching in. Oh, when the Saints come marching in. Oh, I want to be in the number. Oh, when the Saints come marching in. Say that louder. Say it with your chest.
Speed this up, please.
I got you. Not because you said it with your chest. Like when you whisper that stuff, I can't give you anything if you whisper to say it all timidly. Munchkin, look at me. You're not going to get anything in life asking timidly.
You gotta say it with your chest.
Say it with your thickness. Listen, she gonna be thicker than this nigga. You see how big? Listen, she has a layer of skin before that bone already. Like, like, have you seen her appearance? Like, listen, they have a.
Like, I see your brother giving me elbows and hip checking me on the court. I said, "Damn, Nick."
That's how I felt about you. You left me concussed that game. Like, there was one.
I had to give some type of punishment because Nick was whooping my ass.
There was one play.
I'm diving, I'm jumping, like, damn, Nick hurt.
When I went to go reach for like a loose ball.
That was definitely an accident.
And you came running through, and you caught my head, and I was like, oh shit. I think I just got my bell wrong.
At that point, I was like, yo, B, as long as you know that was on accident.
No, I know. But I was like,
but nah, Nick was whooping my ass. Damn, brother. Like, what I do to you? I just met you, and you doing me like this.
Yeah, like, listen. Like my brother and sister-in-law definitely has a level of Kevlar underneath their skin.
Lord have mercy. And the thing that was blowing me, Nick was walking as if he didn't. I'm like, bro, you gonna act like you didn't just. My whole left side is, bro, you put a knee to my thigh. I'm like, damn, thank God I don't skip leg day, otherwise that shit would fucking hurt.
My brother could be a very good poker player. Like, there's not a lot of emotions that come out. He just processes shit.
Damn.
Oh shit. So
It's been a minute since I had left the basketball court that sore.
Man, who you talking?
Shit.
Like, that's why I had to wait again before I played with you two. I was like, yo, I'm gonna take a break. But now we got Mark that wants to play, and he's ready to play. And we can
definitely run that.
And we got, and I know we got my boy Vince, and Vince is ready to play anything.
Vince was sneaky. Vince was all of a sudden hitting. I'm like, oh, I actually have to guard you.
Oh no, Vince got a little Steve Nash in him.
I actually have to go.
I
was fake contesting. I was like, just show. Then all of a sudden he hit like 3 in a row. And I'm like,
oh no, you gotta get up on Vince.
I was like, oh, okay, I gotta actually squat down and actually put a hand up on you.
Listen, Vince is 5'2". He got a J, okay?
You either got a jumper or you can get to the basket and finish at will.
Like either that or he can dunk unexpectedly. Like he's one of the guys
There's a clip of some shorty out there. There's a clip of some shorty who's like 5'2", playing in college. And
when you say short, you talking about a female?
No, dude.
Okay.
Some short dude playing college ball. I saw it because I saw the clips over on LSU's Instagram account, whatever. I'm like, yo, motherfuckers getting busy. And it's so weird because everybody else is like 6'2", 6'3". This nigga's down here like 5'2" or some shit. He can literally run between people's legs.
Kiddo, there's one left. Are you prepared for this?
Yeah.
Is this what you've been waiting your whole
You
entire
beat the Saints, right?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
Is this what you've been
Wait,
waiting?
This is the last one?
When's the last one?
Okay.
Is this what you've been waiting your whole entire day for?
Yeah.
You can tell by the smile on her face.
Is she cheesing over there? I couldn't see her cheese. Let me look at the camera. Let me look at the camera. Oh yeah, she over there cheesing.
You ready to shake?
I'm gonna ask you to pontificate on this a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Do you know what pontificate means?
No.
We're gonna add it to your words to look up today. I want you to. We'll get there. Who you with? The Cleveland Doodle Brown, Doodle Brown, Doodle Brown, Doodle Brown, or the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's still current.
The Browns.
No, not good. Oh damn.
We needed that to not be unanimous. We needed that to not be unanimous.
Huh?
We needed that to not be unanimous.
Okay. Cool. I can take it.
Now,
Goodbye.
well, no, wait. I told you. What did I say last time I was going to want you to do on this pick?
I don't know.
Pontificate. So, we're going to get there. I'm going to lead you. Basically, I want to know why you picked the Browns over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't care for what reason it is. I just want to know what your reason was.
There was no reason. I just chose the team.
There you go. Kiddo, thank you. High five on your way out. You are dismissed. I appreciate all your efforts today and all of your contributions to making us a lovely podcast today and help help bringing in
Big up the kiddo.
and help bringing us the demographics between 0 and 10.
Big up Munchkin there.
and that is the Munchkin.
Big up.
Alrighty. So we're talking
Deshawn.
since we're here talking football still, right? There's still some things to work out here. Deshawn Watson definitely done it to himself. But let's go back into the are we pretty done talking football? I think we're pretty done talking football. What more is there to talk about that we? Oh, college football playoff picks. We have Alabama. They beat Notre Dame. We had Clemson lose to
Ohio State.
Thank you. I was hoping you would finish that statement. So I went backwards on that one. So now we have Alabama versus Ohio State. And I'm going to tell you, this is for no other reason. Well, I guess two reasons. Two reasons. I want Alabama to lose, just for GP. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but like, oh, I think Ohio State has this, and I'm not gonna go there. I just want them to lose for the culture, just for GP. Like they've been here before. They've been here 8 billion times in a row. Sometimes you want the chaos, and I want to see the chaos. Like that's really what it is. I want to. Oh, that's what's warping. I gotta get closer. You want a closer. You want to Mr. DeVille on this bitch. So, just for GP, I want him to win. The other reason, I want this quarterback to shine, and I want to see him in New York.
That part I can't co-sign with.
I know you can. That's why I said like that's the reason why you heard me pause when I realized what the second reason was. But because that speaks to the Jets, and I don't want anything to do with them. But I'm still a New Yorker down like through and through. So it's
New York to the heart, but got love for all.
Part of me still wants New York to still do well in all aspects, even if I'm not rooting for you. So even if I'm not rooting for the Jets, and I think that Woody Johnson needs to go in and sell that team, like, and it's not even because of all the football shit. Like, I've never asked Woody Johnson to like, all of these years. Have you ever said Woody Johnson needs to sell the team?
Nope.
I've said it about James Dolan. Never said it about Woody Johnson. Like for him, I'm just like, just get your shit together. Even for James Dolan, I say, hey, selling the team is low hanging fruit because if you can run a successful hockey team. It means that you can run a successful sports team, which as a business owner, which he's not, means that you have duplicatable actions. And as a business owner, when you have something that's duplicatable, that means you can expand. So that's what I was like. That's low. So for everybody that's ever heard me say this is low hanging fruit, because I'm coming at you from a business sense more than I'm coming at you from a sports sense. If you can run one thing good, you can run two things good. Like, you can change that up. You can duplicate it. He has the Rangers running perfectly. Which means that if he found a guy that he trusted enough to run the Rangers, he would have the Knicks running like that. Which must tell you, he hasn't found that guy for the Knicks. Even though we may have thought, in the initial part of hirings, that this guy was the guy. Nelson, Jackson, Thomas, Don Nelson, in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Phil Jackson, Isaiah Thomas. You understand? Like,
how did Don Nelson not work?
That's one of the ones that didn't make sense. But I think that's during the. I think that's when. Did Isaiah Thomas also coach the team?
Yes.
Okay, that may have been before he went to the front office, and he may have been the coach during that time. I think. And that also may have been the Marbury era. So he made us have that black eye. So I'll look it up again. Because even when I was about to do this recap in my head with all the emotion, a part of me split for a second was like, damn, it didn't work with Don Nelson.
but he was there brief though.
He was their president. Exactly. So his era,
like coaching, he was there for like.
He wasn't a coach. He was their president. Wait,
no, he coached for like a year.
Was he also their coach of operations, president of operations too? Then later on, or am I thinking about somebody else?
He coached them in 95, 96.
I'm thinking whoever was their president of operations at the time. And I'm not thinking, and it wasn't unless Don Nelson also came back as a president of operations, because I think same thing happened with Isaiah Thomas. He was a coach and a president of operations at one point in time, right?
He was the coach in he was the coach in the running in the front office as well.
Who?
Thomas. Isaiah.
He was a president of operations and the coach?
I don't think he was president, but I know he had front office. I thought
that was later on after he stopped coaching and they tried to bring him in the front office, and then he had the sexual harassment issue, and then he kind of kept him on as an advisor, as like a low-key advisor, and then he had to let go of him as an advisor as well.
Right. I think that's what happened.
So he has tried. So that's like it's
actually no, yeah. He was president of basketball operations.
Yeah, see, yeah. Who Don Nelson too?
No.
Oh, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah, I know for a fact he was president of operations.
But
Don Nelson. Don Nelson's the one I had to think of. And if it wasn't Don Nelson, did Don Nelson coach the Indianapolis Pacers?
No, Isaiah did.
Was he their president of operations at one point in time? So whoever I'm thinking about may have come from Indiana as their president of operation, or their coach, something like that. Who am I thinking about? God damn, he looks like them. Walsh? Like Don Nelson.
Walsh? Donnie Walsh?
Maybe. President of Operations, Donnie Walsh?
Yeah. He was running.
Back in that day? Like,
he was running our shit. Okay. And ran the Pacers shit.
Okay, yes. So see what I'm thinking about then. Okay. I mean, they even look like sorry, chubby white guys with gray hair. like back then I couldn't really differentiate, but like I said, I told you guys before, I've confused Tom Hanks and Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt for years.
How?
Listen,
they look completely different.
I just lump them together.
Pause.
I don't know what to say. Hold on. Did she? She did.
Yeah, she gave you a re-up.
Hey, kiddo! Where you at? I know you can hear my voice. I need another beer. Thank you.
You gonna be waiting a motherfucker for that.
We're gonna see how this happens. We're gonna see what happens. So next year I start. Listen, my mom told me that my cousin's daughter is making him mixed drinks since he was 8. I'm like, oh hell nah. She about to start next. She about to start right after this birthday. Start teaching her the portions. Like, let me show you how Uncle Judy likes it. She'll never drink it. She'll die in 2. It'll always be way too strong for her. I'll never have her make. I can't even show her how to make me a soft drink. I'll always have to show her how to make it. When I make a drink, I'm like, God damn, this is gonna be my one drink for the day. Because I'm only gonna show her how to make super strong drinks, so that if she ever wants to taste it, she spits.
Knock her shit out.
I don't want her tasting that lemonade and vodka and be like, ooh, this ain't that bad. Cause listen, she already accidentally drank a margarita. What is it like? What's the thing that you get from like for
the mixer?
Yeah, but it had some like I had poured the thing in there and she didn't realize it, and it was too late. I didn't want to be like, and she was just like, oh my god, this is gonna like that's your last cup ever of this one. She didn't know that it had thing in it. I didn't want to make a whole big stink about it. And she was just there. I'm like, yo, because I had to test it. I'm like, she will drink a sweet, tasty drink all day long. I think she's tasted beer. She don't like beer. She said, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure her dad has done dad stuff, okay? Like, I have to wait to a certain age as an uncle. Like he may have been doing this shit since he was like 7. Like, here, drink it. I know I would. 4? Here. I can't have kids. So don't let me have a little boy. It'll be even worse. Like, listen, I'll teach that motherfucker to roll by the time he's 4. Like, yo, go pack your dad a bowl. Build up those forearm muscles. Kiddo?
She probably in mom's room.
Oh. Okay, Google, broadcast.
What's the message?
Hey, kiddo, can you grab me a beer, please?
All right, broadcasting now.
Thank you, kiddo. See? She heard me the first time.
Not a problem.
Who said not a problem?
I keep forgetting we have Google, but also I don't want to set off everybody's Google in the house. They were like, somebody's chilling all of a sudden, listen to the podcast, and all of a sudden like, wait a minute, did you just ask for a beer, Timothy? Like, no. I was listening to a podcast. I mean, I was gonna give you one. I'm like, yes! I was. Oh shit. So.
Oh my god.
Let's get back into some basketball for a little bit. Right?
Yes.
And let's finish up here. I feel like I'm just doing a James Harden watch like every podcast, but there's no breaking news on James.
There's no news.
Yeah, there's no news on James Harden of where he's actually going to go as of yet. Once again, there's still the last place that I heard was Toronto. I haven't heard anything new since then. Later on, I'll be listening to some Houston podcast, some Houston basketball podcast, so I can hear if there's any more rumors, and then I'll listen to a couple of us around the world and see what the hell is happening. Oh wait, that was last week. No wonder. I'm like shit. So let's do this, right? Because there's not much to talk about here. So let's just get to here first. Now let's stop these Pitt music. To the Phoenix Suns. That they have
Chris Paul effect.
They have continued. I want to give them the credit first before adding Chris Paul into the equation. They have continued some of that momentum that they had from the bubble last year into a growing experience to this year, and then also having Chris Paul to make sure you don't lose that focus that you had in that bubble where you knew that all eyes were on you, to now treat every game as if it matters, as if every single eye is on you in every game, even though you play in Phoenix? Holy shit, the Phoenix Suns are the number 1 team in the West. Now, do we believe that they will finish this way? Probably not, but let's give them their roses now starting off this early, because
just like we are on our Knicks right now,
Phoenix Suns fans must be ecstatic.
Yes.
Because they've had Devin Booker for a while, and they've been waiting for the emancipation of Devin Booker. You know what I mean? They've been waiting for his growth.
But before he wants to up and shake.
They got him a bona fide point guard, a point guard that we know, even though we say that he never has enough and can do enough to take him to the promised land. I'm gonna say this. Chris Paul is always good enough to get to the second round with a center that has no offensive game. He does that on a regular basis. Or with a big man that has no real offensive game, that all he can do is finish over the top. He can do it on a regular basis. That's your steroid using Aiden. I'm not gonna let you guys forget about that for a while, because steroids stays in your body for a while. So even though he got suspended for like 60 games, steroids stay in your body for a while. Pitchers, baseball players, they get suspended for half a season and come back and still be productive. Wes Welker, that gets suspended for half a season, and then you compliment him for being focused enough to catch a ball centimeters off the ground. I don't give him credit for that. Those are steroids in your system. Still, say what you want. So he has at least Aiden that has taken over the Kendrick Perkins, the Greg Oden moniker of being the oldest looking player in the That's what steroids does to you. You see there? You already got shriveled up shit. Oh, man. But now he has, what you never had before, is an added X factor. A bona fide shooting guard that can get his shot off anytime he wants. But now, unfortunately, it's now coming towards the twilight years of his career.
Coming towards?
Or it's in the twilight years of his career. So now you're like, damn. When you probably had the best, because like I said, Tyson Chandler, DeAndre Jordan, he can make any center look good as long as you can finish over the top.
But the best shooting guard that he had.
Clint Capella. But he's never had a shooting guard added to that guy. Even though he had James Harden. But James Harden had the ball in his hand for the offense that ran James Harden. So he couldn't utilize him as the off-guard guy.
The best he had other than
He
that
ended
was
up being
Redick.
He ended up being the off-guard in Houston. Well, now he has an off-guard that is Devin fucking Booker. Mr. Siente Uno.
Mr. Soft ass nigga. Paul George.
I need to take the cap off of my beard before I try to put it to my mouth. Yo, Yingling, I need a sponsorship. Holla at your boy.
ASAP.
I need to write you. Listen, I'll trick Yingling on the show every day if I have to. Listen, I don't care if I balloon to 300 pounds. Hey, where'd you go? Oh. You had to go drain that horse real quick. Oh, what's going on, Ron? Let me see you there. Are you still in town? If you're on the podcast, are you still in town? I'm curious. I know I didn't see you last night, but I wasn't sure what you got. If you got what you got. But if you're still in town, holler at your boy. Still want you on the podcast, B. I don't know if you know this, but I still want you on the podcast, B. So, I'm happy for the Phoenix Suns. I'm happy for the Phoenix Suns like I'm happy about my New York Knicks. And if you guys heard me say this before, New York Knicks are 5-3. Like, they're not the best team in the East. Like, there are a lot of teams that's been up. So it's not like the Phoenix Suns where they're the best Well, they're the best team in the West. No, it's not that great. It's not on that level of success. But you gotta give the Phoenix Suns their credit for being able to hold on, because you're still talking about they're better than the Los Angeles Clippers. They're better than the Los Angeles Lakers. They're better than the Utah Jazz. They're better than the Golden State Warriors. They're better than the Portland Trail Blazers, and they're better than the Dallas Mavericks. They're better than the San Antonio's. Oh, we're down here now. They're better than Denver Nuggets, and they're better than the Houston Rockets. Now, I understand that getting Chris Paul may have changed your mind about where they may have fallen. But still, before the season started, if I would have asked you, and I know there's still plenty of season to go, if the Phoenix Suns would have had a better record than the Clippers, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Warriors, the Trailblazers, the Mavericks, or the Nuggets or the Rockets, you probably would have said no. And believe it or not, that means they didn't even make the playoffs. Like, you would have been maybe about a couple of them, but it would have been a bunch. You would have been like, nope. Right on the number 1 seed. And will they probably fall a little bit and come out to good graces? We'll see, because the Phoenix Suns play in a tough division. Their division involves the Clippers, the Lakers, the Warriors, and the Kings.
Who are at the 8th seed.
Exactly. So, they have one of the toughest divisions, if you have to ask me. Now, granted, they haven't gone against a lot of division opponents as of yet. Actually, let's see. In the division, they've gone against 3 division opponents so far.
Yeah, because I know they played the Lakers. I know they played the Kings, I believe, and the Warriors.
They're currently 1-2 in their division. The Lakers are 0-1. The Clippers are 3-0. Golden State Warriors 1-1. The Sacramento Kings 1-2. I'm gonna keep an eye, because they started off well. I'm gonna keep an eye on the Phoenix Suns this year, and more than anything, I'm gonna keep an eye on what does the division record for those 5 teams specifically mean for their record, or how does it have a direct correlation to their record? Because that's a tough division. Wins in that division are gonna come scarcely. The fact that the Clippers already got all 3-0 is impressive to me. Didn't they start the division? Didn't they start the game with playing the Lakers? First game of the season? No. That was.
Because I
no, wait. That was,
no, yes, preseason. They did. They did.
What was that preseason?
They did. They did beat the Lakers opening night.
Actually, you know what?
Because that was ring night.
The Lakers are 0-1 in the division. That's their one loss. Lakers haven't played anybody else in their division.
Really? Only played 1 game?
Lakers 0-1 right there in the division.
So you had the mouse cover in it. That's why
My
I
bad.
couldn't see.
I really like the shared view so you guys can see what I'm seeing. So I'm gonna keep and I've loved Devin Booker for years. So I'm gonna keep one of those watchful eyes on how this division record ties into.
Portland's not in that division?
Phoenix, Lakers, Clippers, Kings, yes. Portland Trailblazers. I knew I mentioned them earlier for reasons.
Oh no!
No, Golden State. Go on, Golden State.
No,
Phoenix.
Portland's in the division with
Utah,
OKC,
yeah.
Denver,
Phoenix,
Minnesota.
Lakers, Clippers, Golden State, and Sacramento.
Yeah.
It's the California teams and Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Portland's in the Utah, Denver, right? Yeah.
Oklahoma City and Minnesota.
That division's all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the NBA to have an expansion team and redo divisions again.
Because this shit here, y'all in the Northwest.
Because
what part of OKC is Northwest?
Well, you know what happened with the Memphis? The Memphis Grizzlies. Remember, they used to be the Vancouver Grizzlies. Portland and Vancouver are in much closer proximity. In Seattle. So remember that used to be the. See, that makes a whole lot more sense now. Think about where Portland is.
Yeah. Think about where OKC
Portland,
was.
where Oklahoma City
OKC
was in Seattle,
yeah.
where where the Vancouver Grizzlies were.
Well, Portland makes sense for them to be in Northwest.
And
They're
then
playing Oregon.
and then you had in Denver, and who's the other team?
Minnesota.
And in Minnesota, yeah. So that makes perfect sense.
Minnesota makes perfect sense.
That makes perfect sense. Minnesota, Vancouver, Portland, Seattle, and thing. But now they moved the Vancouver down to they moved Vancouver down to the Memphis Grizzlies.
They're in the Southwest. They're the perfect division.
They moved Seattle. They moved Seattle to Oklahoma City. So yeah. So now you're traveling in Texas territory.
That's crazy. A whole division right now. If the playoffs were to start today, is all in.
I love that.
That is crazy. The first 3 in the playoff seeding is 1, 2, 3 in the Pacific Division.
But I'm gonna tell you something in reverse. This is how I knew the Knicks were gonna be even shittier last year, because 4 teams from our division made the playoffs. We're talking about, and one of them won a championship. There was no hope for the Knicks. There was no hope for the Knicks. Come on now. Philly,
I need Orlando to hurry.
Brooklyn,
I need Orlando to hurry
Boston.
up and get exposed.
Philly, Brooklyn, Boston, all made it to the playoffs, and Brooklyn didn't even have any stars then. And Toronto won a championship. I'm like, yeah, the Knicks are gonna do shit. 4 teams in our division made it to the playoffs, and one won a chip, and that's the division that we're in.
I need Orlando to
Ain't not for
hurry
nothing.
before.
Outside of the, I forgot what division that is. What division they call that?
The Atlantic.
For the I'm about to get there in a second. But for the Lakers, Pacific. You know what's so funny? As soon as you're like, oh, that was the Atlantic.
Oh,
Pacific.
the nigga Chill Will is here. Chill.
Oh,
Stop playing the call in, man.
Free Chill Will. You know you can't call in until he gets his intro. Free Chill Will. Free Chill Will.
Man, Chill Will
Free
can call
Chill
whenever
Will.
you want to call
Free
in.
Chill Will. Free Mr. Clark. Free Mr. Clark. Free Mr. Clark. What's going on, Chill Will?
My brother. How you
know what?
living?
I'm gonna tell you something. He's probably not even expecting this because we've been doing shout outs for a lot of people and their personal.
Chill Will probably just can't call in right
and their
now.
personal
Chill Will probably in
businesses.
some shit.
I don't know if this is a personal business for you, Chill Will, but if you guys are in the Ohio area, I don't know what part of Ohio. I know that's a lot of shit to cover. Chill Will call it and give you specifics. Now, not the basketball division. Specifics. But Chill Will got a karaoke night going on of some sorts.
I peeped that. I'm like, oh shit,
Chill Will
DJ Chill Will.
Chill Will got a karaoke
DJ Chill
night
Will
going on of some sorts. So whenever he calls up, I'll let him go ahead and talk about that. This isn't Florida related. This is gonna be in the Ohio State area. You listen, it's coming. You guys wait. He's gonna keep an eye on that. He'll let you know. I'll be advised when he calls in.
Speaking of Ohio State, I love how we was briefly talking college football. And you made your pick. You didn't even let me make my goddamn
shit.
pick.
You know what? Because I got sidetracked and I forgot the fuck we was talking about. So I went to basketball. And you know what? This is perfect. Because you know what? You need to go ahead and make your pick while we got Chill Will here anyway.
Straight up. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, what's going on, Chill? Welcome to the MyT Sports Podcast. You know, as we always love you on the podcast. You drop takes, don't you? You drop takes, don't you? Well, if you're gonna drop takes, go ahead and do it expeditiously.
All right, T.I.
I'm still on my free Mr. Clark shit, yo. Remember that scene where he went to the buddy on the roof that was making the scrambled eggs with the hot sauce and the 40? Yeah, I tried that. Yo,
Have you guys with the hot sauce and the 40 in your head?
Have you guys he didn't run a 40 in the hand. He poured some of the 40 in.
Yeah.
Have you guys tried that? Putting beer and hot sauce in your scrambled eggs?
No.
Yeah, I tried.
No.
Don't do
No. No. Fuck what I want, fucking beer. I want. Yeah, we know, nigga. So am I. But I don't want goddamn beer in my fucking scrambled eggs.
How about vodka?
No. I want Caribbean seasoning with some salt and some pepper and some cheese, and I'm good. Preferably in a sandwich with bacon in it.
You said Caribbean seasoning. You talking about some Ray and Nephew?
Speaking of that, you had some downstairs. I was like,
Yeah. I think it's for. Wait, yeah, that's when we were making sorrow. Get some sorrow in there.
Word?
Yeah.
In the fridge?
Either the back fridge or the front fridge. You look for the purple stuff in a weird container. Oh, the purple
Weird container. That purple shit that was in the lemonade jar?
Or even the old tequila bottle.
I'm gonna bring that bitch up right now because you gonna confirm it for me. Shit.
Listen,
my bad, Chill. Well, see, we got Chill on the line and you distract me with all this alcohol talk, man.
It's okay.
You know I'm an alcohol. God damn.
What's going on, Chill? Welcome to the podcast. Will? Chill? Will? Did you mute yourself?
Quick.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I had to mute myself earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good now though.
Alright, what's going on, B?
Hey, what's good? What did you ask me?
Wait, before we start. Is this the first time that I'm talking to you since the new year?
Yeah, happy New Year.
Then let's start there.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
KJ left the room, so if you don't hear him respond, that's because he left the room real quick.
Okay. Gotcha.
We went to do some college picks, and it's perfect that you're called. Oh, actually, no. Before we get to the college picks.
College picks?
Whoa.
There's only one college pick.
Exactly. Little college pick. But before we get to the college pick, I started noticing that you started doing some kind of karaoke of sorts.
Yeah, DJ and shit.
So
yeah.
if you want to go ahead and give that a quick shout and a quick highlight, go ahead and talk about that for a second.
Oh yeah, man. We just doing the big things in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? People trying to get out and have fun amongst the bullshit, so we just go ahead and
Go ahead, Jewel. Sorry. Did I lose you again?
But they're doing a couple nights. I'm back. They're doing a couple nights, you know, doing the damn thing for a couple hours, getting people out. Support black business, you feel me?
Amen.
That's pretty much where I post up at.
Bet.
And you know, just little something. 3-4 hours, 6:30, 9:30. If they listening and they in my area, come on out. You know what I'm saying? It's all good in the hood.
Where can they find you at?
On Instagram, chillwill_CLE.
For the karaoke.
That's Charlie Lima Echo. Just follow me on Instagram.
Just follow you on Instagram? Okay.
And then I post it every you know what I'm saying?
That's how I
and
found out.
They'll be able to find wherever I'm at.
Okay. Bet. Yeah, so I wanted to make sure, because listen, we've been bigging up all personal businesses today, and listen, as soon as you popped in, I was like, yo, Chill, we've been doing some, and listen, and karaoke is near and dear to my heart. Listen, I love me some fake singing. But also, there's some real people that do karaoke, but I'm not a singer. I tell you right now, I'm not a singer. Right? I have two go-to.
Well, that's the thing, man. You ain't gotta be.
That's true too.
It's made for. It's like I think the root word is rooted in like can't sing something like.
Yeah, like it says like Japanese for like.
Something like that.
For like Deftone or some shit. But my two go-to artists when it comes to karaoke is Jay-Z and Biggie. Like those are the two things that I do. Yeah. And every once in a while,
exactly, you can rap.
You could catch me doing some Bobby Brown or a very specific Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne and Drake song. like I'm very picky, but listen, and I'm gonna tell you this too. Listen, I'll talk about it now. There's a such thing as karaoke groupies. Karaoke groupies. I said karaoke groupies. There's such thing as karaoke groupies, and I've gotten me some karaoke pussy. I did not know that was a thing.
You know what? You right.
There was because listen, I told you I do Biggie on a wireless mic. So when I walk around the crowd and I'm like, is that right, boo? I find a female and I give the mic to. Exactly. And if you're single, true.
All right. This fucking guy, son.
Listen, ex Sensei Natalie was here. She witnessed that shit. Like it was the craziest shit. Because once the light bulb went in my head, it's a wrap. I'm a savage, B. Like I was like, oh, it's just be very, very quiet. We're hunting wabbits. I love wabbit season. It's all kinds of snow bunnies in Florida. I'm sorry. Let's get back. I'm reminiscing on memories past.
I bet all this time you haven't even let Chill Will make his pick, huh?
No, we were stalling. You talked about the business first.
Oh, that's more important.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the business. This is all related to the business and the karaoke shit. But we are here now. We have everybody in the room. I made my picks. I want to see the chaos. So I am going with. How do you guys do it? The OHIO. I don't know how to do it.
OHIO.
There we go.
You're mixing them up. If I say OH, you say IO.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how it
You
goes.
say OH, IO. So whenever somebody walk in the room, if somebody say OH, and
You
then
say
you hear,
IO.
it might be one person. Get it back, IO. And then
Dead ass, just like that.
You know,
Just like that.
Already.
Just like that.
Depending on where you at, I'm telling you, anywhere you at, bro. You could be in Hawaii, and then the game's on. And somebody walk in with a Ohio State jersey, and they're like, OH, it might be.
Somebody in that motherfucker gonna say IO. Somebody in that motherfucker gonna say
Somebody
IO.
gonna say IO. Like that's.
Somebody in that
Like,
bitch gonna say IO. Bro, you
That
seen?
shit crazy, man.
Have you
That
seen-
shit is crazy though, cause especially on game day, you can walk into any restaurant.
Nigga,
Somebody,
we gotta.
or the whole. It could be one person to the whole fucking restaurant.
Bro,
Say that shit. That shit
bro, we got a restaurant down here that me and Tyler always pull up to. When Ohio State plays, we see nothing but red in that bitch.
Really? Which one?
Bruce Room.
Is it Ohio State? Oh, see, I'm gonna go there for college.
But bro,
Holy shit.
go,
Oh, the Ohio State? Ball?
nigga, go in there when Ohio State plays. Go in there when
So
Ohio.
you're saying I
Bro,
should go there for the college football on Monday?
Bro,
At least
this is
do us past.
nigga. This is how real it is. They took. I remember the first time I went. They took off the regular audio for I think it was the Penn State Ohio State game a few years back when Barkley was still there in Ohio State. They take off Gus Johnson, who normally does the talking on Fox, and they put the radio niggas. They put the radio niggas on the sound so you hear, and whenever Ohio State scores a touchdown, they play the song.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Snoopy. Oh,
They play.
Snoopy, hang on. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hey, Snoopy, hang on. That's the Snoopy. I don't know y'all know that song.
They play. Cause no, the thing is, I think the owner.
Snoopy, hang on.
Yeah, the thing is, I think the owner of the restaurant is an Ohio State alum. So so that's what it is. And I think he played for the Dolphins back in the day. So that's why it's like predominantly Ohio State fans. And then when the Dolphins come through on Sunday,
That makes sense. But that get real when they start playing that song. That Hey Snoopy, hang on.
Listen,
man, that's when it gets crazy.
It's fine when I want y'all to win, but when I want y'all to take the L, I'm like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It get real, man.
Nah, man.
It get real.
They disrespected y'all on that spread, cause I'm betting on that shit. I saw 8. I saw they gave Oklahoma 8 points. But I said, oh hell nah. I said no sir. I'm talking
about the last game.
Oh, I bet on that shit too. That's a 14. I said what? 14.
Man, that was disrespectful as fuck though, bro.
I took the cover.
I took the cover on that. For some odd reason, is Alabama, and that ain't the case.
Yeah,
it's still an ACC. It's still an ACC. Get the fuck out of here. They don't play no defense in the ACC. They may have some good defensive players on Clemson, but that 1 year was exceptional. Like actually, those 2 years, they had exceptional talent. I ain't gonna lie, but other than that. It's still a fucking ACC, and it's not like this ain't the Big Ten. This is where you gonna get all them cornbread motherfuckers that play in the North that be pushing motherfuckers around, you know, in Pittsburgh and go. I mean, well, maybe not. Fucking what is it? Wisconsin, Green Bay, like
yeah,
Chicago. Like you need them big, them motherfuckers. If we run the ball, that was the
meat potato ass niggas.
Yeah. So we got them motherfuckers, and then we recruit from Florida and Texas
for your speed, on the defensive
line. Yeah, but we need but no, we recruit them on the line though. Like we get them. That was our biggest problem with Tressel, John Cooper. Not I don't want to say John Cooper. He was just a horrible coach. He was a great recruiter, a horrible coach.
Yeah, I didn't.
He was horrible at assembly. He was horrible. horrible at assembling support staff.
Definitely.
And on top of that,
because he wanted it to be all about him.
Well, nah, because they had that rule too, though. Like when Urban Meyer came to Ohio State, they changed the rule. The rule that you could pay assistant coaches like head coaches.
Right.
You couldn't pay them like over $100,000 or something.
Of course, because
the SEC,
exactly.
you can pay them however much fuck you want.
Exactly.
And so they changed that Urban rule specifically. Got that rule changed because when that rule changed, it changed everything. Because now he can hire assistants and he can keep his assistants. Because we would get good assistants, but they were hiring, SEC hiring motherfuckers away. Because it's like I'm gonna pay you $1 million. Come on over here. We're gonna give you $800,000. You getting paid $100 over there. You can't get paid more than $100. Come over here. So like all these cats that you see now today, the Sabres of the world. They done came through Ohio, you know what I'm saying? They done came through, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these coaches, they done came through Ohio, the Big Ten. And a lot of, like the older ones, a lot of them came through the Big Ten because they couldn't, then they would have stayed there if they would have been able to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That shit was real for a minute. That used to piss me off, but change everything. We good now.
Yeah, everything good. I'm just wondering how much longer the coach gonna stay there.
Who? He get Ryan Day. Where he going?
Bro, hey, his name been coming up in some head coach talk for the NFL. I don't know why, but
nah, man. If you that young and you got the chance to submit yourself like
that's what I'm saying.
Like
submit
he young, so he
that's
could
what I'm
be
saying.
Like Krzyzewski,
bro. Like
you know what I'm saying. He could be like.
That's literally what you saying is what you saying is what I said. I'm like, yo, why the fuck would you leave? You got a chance. You just got into this shit. You got a chance to really like hold it down for a long time. Like, cause right now, cause here's the shit. Say they win Monday. The first thing they gonna say, you did it with Urban's players. You still under like Urban's niggas and whatnot. You got a chance to really say, all right, fuck that. You think that's Urban's niggas? I got a chance to really hold it down and run this shit for years and years to come.
Well, Urban been gone for a couple of years though, so it's his dudes now.
I mean, but there's a chance that it's still like Urban's nostalgia around it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
I can see that because he still got some of Urban's players on there, but there's some people there's a lot of players that like Justin Fields. He don't know Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? Really, you know what I'm saying? So.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
A lot of people that he don't know. I mean, he know him, but no, he never really don't know him that well. He never coached him. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things, bro. Like we good for a long time, and we could pay him like he paid he in the NFL. So I think he'll be good. I think he just got paid too. Yeah. So I don't think he's leaving that money. It's different when you try to go to the NFL. They gotta give you a good 8-9 million though. You know what I'm saying? Because we probably paying like 5 or 6 right now. You know what I mean? But that 5 or 6, to go to
that 5 or 6
like Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. That 5 or 6 mil is a much better scenario than that 8 to 9 with a shitty ass organization.
Yeah, for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 years. If you don't fucking
next thing you know, exactly, yeah. By that third year,
and now you're back to the drawing board. You assistant coach somewhere at fucking bumfuck university. You know what I mean? With a bad, you know what I mean, trying to reclaim yourself like Saban.
Or what's it called? Or you can be bitch ass Adam Gase already getting looked at by Saban to be the OC over at the school.
Yeah,
and Bill Belichick.
So I would never.
I don't know why the fuck Bill Belichick
it was like
that.
A quarterback in the NFL. If it wasn't even the Chargers, like the Chargers is a dream job, but it ain't at the same time.
Exactly.
Why? Because of why? Because of fucking Mahomes. Like Urban Meyer probably would go to the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to go to the Chargers, but if you smart, you're not going to the Chargers. No one's going to the fucking division. Tom Brady, the next Tom Brady, like fuck that. I'm not taking that job. I don't give a fuck who's the quarterback on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So that's almost an insurmountable task to be able to even make the playoffs every year. You gotta make. You know what I'm saying? You penciled in for the wild card every fucking year, damn near, unless he get hurt. Patrick Mahomes get hurt. You know what I'm saying? or they had some type of problem. So Urban looking at the NFL, he probably gonna go to Jacksonville because that's the most advantageous area to be able to pick a quarterback to come out of the league right now. That's to his style. You know what I'm saying?
Or you could trade,
can run and pass.
Or you could trade for the unhappy quarterback in Houston.
Or that too, who he's super familiar with, because he whipped our ass plenty of times, and then so
in them bowl games,
yep. So and he knows them well, so that would be a perfect scenario. All he needed to get a quarterback, although that's a big need, but quarterbacks are coming out. I don't know if you realize, but quarterbacks are coming out like not a dime a dozen, but it's at least 2 every year. And remember, it was like really a diamond in the rough to get one franchise quarterback. But now how they produce it, how they done started from little league to college to NFL, putting in place these plans to where these boys can come up and kind of know a system.
That's what it is right there. That's what it is right there. It's these NFL. It's these NFL teams adapting to what some of these college quarterbacks can do. Before it was fuck you, you're gonna run what I want to run. Now it's okay. We see what made you successful over at college. Let's see if we can implant some of those aspects, some of those things, in towards what the NFL typically does and what normally is in my plan. Yeah,
even the vice versa though. Like a lot of those college and even high school implementation of some of these NFL offenses.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
yeah.
So,
because it's like the college, because college is still running spread, but now, especially mainly for the quarterbacks, they're adding the NFL aspect to the spread offense to make to prepare their athletes, especially the ones who are looking to be drafted and have a shot.
Yeah.
So at least you ran the spread, but you had pro elements to it, so it looks
right.
good.
Right. Herbert definitely had them. I think I don't know. Mahomes had Texas Tech, what they was running at that point, but I'm thinking.
Man, they was running that Warren Moon run and shoot offense over at Texas Tech.
Yeah, I know they was throwing like a 60, 70 times a game.
Mahomes had a game in college where the nigga threw for over 700 yards. So.
Yeah, so
they was chucking that shit all over the place.
Herbert definitely ran some of it.
I think it was the game against Oklahoma.
Was even called the audibles.
Mahomes threw 700 yards in college.
Look it up.
Yeah,
I think
it
was a game against Oklahoma where Patrick Mahomes threw over
yards in college history.
I don't think so.
What?
I don't know, because it was a dude.
Because no, they would have talked. If it was, they would have talked about it way more.
But Texas Tech probably still got it because remember the old boy was the coach. He was there for a while. He had before Patrick Mahomes was who else? It was somebody there before, a white dude.
Graham Harrell. Graham Harrell with Crabtree and them. Yeah.
He was throwing. He threw way more. Overall,
he was throwing that shit. He was throwing that bitch. Yeah. The game against Texas in 2008 is what got me hooked into watching college football every week. Because that game was fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. That game went to the Crabtree for 40 yards out. I said, yo, this shit is crazy. This is what I'm missing out on every Saturday? I said, shit. You got it. I'm locked in. Tap in, motherfucker.
Yeah. And how you gambling on that shit too, man. You can college is when you can. My homeboys make money on college. It can't fuck you up.
In terms of betting, right? Yeah. Ooh.
It can't fuck you up.
You want to bet on college games?
Damn.
You want to bet? Those are the games to bet on. You be seeing some spreads like
for the most part, my
what?
Get paid off of those college games.
Or like 32-point spreads.
Bro, they favored Clemson over Ohio State by 14. That game. 14 goddamn points?
That's disrespectful.
I said, what?
But it's good, though.
It's
good in the sense that
I made a smooth $200 off that shit.
Yeah,
I made a smooth 200. And then I bet that same day, because Georgia was playing earlier, I bet on Georgia. That shit had me scared for a little minute, because I forget who they was playing. Who was it? Cincinnati. It was like, all right, Georgia, hurry up, niggas. Goddamn. But they came through, held it down, and then who else was playing? Obviously I took Alabama. I took them. I didn't give a fuck, but I made me $200. Shout out to Ohio State for holding it down. Bust that ass.
Hell yeah. We did hold that shit down. And I told people, like, listen, first of all, Clemson ain't never really had no defense. Like, they ain't got no defense to stop our run. If we can control the clock, like we ran the ball on their ass. Like, that's the death of a person who would a high octane offense. To watch that these motherfuckers over there, 5 yards a pop, 8, you know what I'm saying, 7, you know what I'm saying, for 8 minutes, then scored. We scored like the first 4 times, like this. Damn, they don't have no room for error. You know what I'm saying? So two bad throws on one series can put you behind the ball, and that's exactly what happened. I don't know what they was thinking, but 14, I ain't know it was 14. That's disrespectful as fuck. I would have bet on that shit if I'd known that. I haven't been betting too much recently, but I'd have definitely betted on that. And then they just try to play like we shouldn't even be in it. Like, think about, and people don't be thinking when they talking, because like if you leave Ohio State out and then you put in Cincinnati, what people were saying to be there, you know what I'm saying? Put Cincinnati and Texas Tech, and then they get blown the fuck out. Now what the committee look like? They look like dickheads. You know what I'm saying? So they got a reputation too to like we gotta put the best 4 teams. That's their job. It's not the most deserving team. Who's the best? We need to figure out who the best 4 teams, so we won't look like fucking idiots at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I understand the Notre Dame thing, and they probably got a money pool right there.
Oh, that's straight up fan base thing.
You know what I'm saying? But
Notre Dame is straight up fan base.
Because
I'm sorry, you can't get
whoever gonna get that spot.
That's straight up fan base thing. Because I'm sorry, you can't. They were second at the time when they played the ACC championship game. To me, I'm sorry, you can't get blown out 34-10 in a conference championship game as the second ranked team, but you only drop 2 spots and still get in the playoff. That's sorry to me. That's garbage. That's garbage to me.
Yeah.
That's garbage. I
Texas
can't
Tech
have it.
Probably should have been there. Or even
I can't. Yeah,
they're gonna put it in.
Especially with how Texas A&M played that game. I wouldn't mind seeing them.
Yeah.
And honestly, the real chaos that I wanted to happen, I wanted Florida, even if they were going to lose to Alabama, it was going to have to be Alabama having to get like a game-winning field goal or a game-winning touchdown at the end. Because I knew going into that SEC championship game, Florida was going to keep up. Florida was gonna make them niggas. Florida's gonna make them niggas work. I'm glad you said that. Because I would have loved to see Florida get that 4th spot and play Alabama again. Because that's money.
Look,
it's a good game.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. You just reminded me, because that motherfucker trash. Listen, he looked like he's a real NFL quarterback.
Bro, that motherfucker is ready.
I never seen him none of this year until that last. I'm looking at him like, oh my God, like this motherfucker. Both Mac Jones are. I mean, obviously Mac Jones. He looked like he been look like he's legit.
Oh, he's ready.
So I can't. So, and that's what I'm talking about. This shit is about to. I think this is about to be the go between last year's wide receivers, which I was pissed off. I'm still pissed off. There's so much I'm pissed about the draft. KC, I'm pissed off about Clyde Edwards. Like, how the fuck you pick that motherfucker over JT, over Swift, over, like, he wasn't even the best running back in college last year. How the fuck? I know there's a system thing, but it's a disrespect thing too. Just not to put JT over. I mean, whatever. But either way,
it was the LSU effect.
Classic.
It was the LSU effect. Everybody was balling and they were doing their thing.
Mahomes wanted them. Mahomes said he wanted them, and so they got him.
Because he was sucked into the LSU effect.
That's not he's decent, but it's just dumb. He wasn't better than J.K. Dobbins. He wasn't better than J.T.
Chill.
He wasn't better than Swift.
Chill. What I'm saying is, though, when I say the LSU effect, I'm talking about how that season was going for LSU. When you talk about especially because Mahomes is picturing it as if he was Joe Burrow. The fact that he have a running back that he knows.
I don't care what that is. As a GM, that's when you come in, you step in, you say, listen, son, you the quarterback. I'm the GM. I'm about to pick J.K. Dobbins because he does the same thing, but he did the same thing Clyde Edwards does, but he was a better running back. Period. You know what I'm saying? He's faster, and he's bigger, and he's stronger. And well, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, there's no way. There's no way I'm not doing that. Or if anything, pick the best running back coming out, which was JT, hands down. I don't care about none of these all skill levels. JT can catch. He ain't Clyde Edwards or J.K. Dobbins, but he. Fail. You can get a stern motherfucker that make big plays. Think about JT on Kansas City, bro. That motherfucker last year, bro, you can hit a ball, he can go to mouth. That's another guy you can just hand the ball off to, and you will never know when he about to be in the end zone. I mean, I know he had a little fumbling problem this year, but overall he had a stellar year, and he's still clearly the best running back out of the group. So you don't outthink yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I think they did. But my point was to say is that the draft in general with this talent, even like last year's talent with wide receiver, I think this year's talent at quarterback with Trask, Mac Jones. I'm not gonna put Justin Fields in there because although I'm a Ohio State fan, I don't have no belief in him.
I'm done with Ohio State quarterbacks. I'm done with them. I can't recall the last time I've had a successful Ohio State quarterback in the NFL.
Or USC.
That boy from Clemson,
that too.
Jack Thomas. Man, they got literally like 5 to 8 quarterbacks. The boy from South Dakota State, I think, whatever. That they got like 5 to 8 quarterbacks that could be legit quarterbacks in the league, and some of them may be all timers. Like 3 of them might be all timers.
Who for Clemson? From Clemson?
Yeah. I'm talking about that's coming. That's draft. They got quarterbacks coming out.
Yeah.
And I thought like, man, last year the Browns slipped. They could have got, but I think this year, man, I think we should draft a quarterback. I ain't got no trust in Baker. I ain't gonna lie. Man, but they got so many. They got about literally 10 coming out that can be in the league. Like 5 to 8 that probably could be starters in the league. Like that's crazy.
Okay, so we got Trevor, we got Mac, and then Justin. But then after that, because I know about Chico. I know about Chico from North Dakota and Trask. Yeah. I know about Chico from North Dakota. I know that. And then Trask.
And then you got the what is Zach? Is it Zach Thomas or Zach? So whatever the fuck.
Wilson from BYU.
The other boy from BYU. Yeah.
BYU. Yeah. Zach. Yeah. Wilson. Yeah. He's nice.
Wilson. Zach.
Yeah. He's
Wilson,
nice.
Yeah,
he's nice.
Right.
He's nice.
That motherfucker might be the second best quarterback.
Yeah. He might be. He might be the truth.
A bunch of motherfuckers.
He's the
like
truth.
Disrespecting him.
He's the truth.
Yeah.
He's the truth.
So that's about 5 or 6 quarterbacks right there, and then they got a couple more. Man, they got a couple more. Than, man,
I'm trying to think about the other
I think this about to be the next older age of quarterbacks right here.
Is Notre Dame quarterback?
Perfect time.
Chill. You know if Notre Dame quarterback coming out, or if he's staying another year?
I think he coming out. It's coming on. I'm trying to think of it. I'm missing. The boy from Texas.
Oh, Ellinger. Oh, he coming out. Oh shit.
I believe so. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like that shit crazy.
Okay.
This shit about to be crazy. Right. And they literally got about 6 to 8 quarterbacks that could possibly be Hall of Famers in the league coming out this year. So he might can stay. Someone might can stay just to get a better draft stock, but it's perfect for a quarterback to come out because you're gonna land on the team. You probably gonna get picked in the first 2 rounds, but you can land on a good team. Say I come out if I'm that dude from Texas. Because if you the dude from BYU, if you Clemson, if you Justin Fields, which is probably be a mistake, they all gonna get picked top 10. But if you Trask or you like I said, even then.
See, here's the thing. Somebody's gonna take the bait and take Trask way too early and throw him in there. And
nah, man,
I promise you.
Nah. He the truth, bro. Mac Jones gonna have to come out too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Mac. Yeah, Mac coming out.
Yeah. So think about this. He go to New England.
Which one? Mac or Trask?
Trask or Jones or like all these guys literally probably gonna go in the first round. I'm telling y'all. Like everybody gonna be 5 to 6 quarterbacks going in the first round because all the motherfuckers is good. Like if especially the dude from Texas come out, like you ended up doing like I don't even know who Justin Fields might drop out of the top 10. I'm telling y'all, Justin Fields might end up going at the bottom or the second.
I'm not
second
buying
round
the Ohio
after
State
going through the
quarterback stock,
combine.
so I don't blame it. I'm not buying the Ohio State quarterback stock.
Listen,
After what I've seen,
maybe Houston wants him really bad, and they want to
Yeah.
jump up to get him at 2.
yeah, to try to make up for
Who you
passing,
talking about?
to try to make up
Justin
the pass.
Fields? Who you talking about, Justin Fields?
Yeah.
He's the same kind of guy.
Let
I'm
them-
not
let
saying
them
he
be
can't
that
successful,
stupid.
but he can't read defenses, and he's injury prone. And I'm telling you, this motherfucker's injury prone. This motherfucker is injury prone. He like a little girl playing football. This shit is sick now. I'm like, God damn, bro, you always hurt.
It's that light
You
skin.
always-
It's that
something
light
always wrong with
skin.
you.
You know they don't make
Man,
the light skin tough.
He an ugly light skin though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. No, he look like a. Yeah, don't he look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle? He look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, B. He look like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Dude with dark skin features and shit. That light skin homicide.
Oh God.
I ain't gonna lie, but he played a hell of a game. But I'm like, yo, that to me that's fluke.
Hey, but the thing is, he got a deep ball, so he gonna be like Cam.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like Deshawn and Cam, because they got deep. But one thing about these running quarterbacks, even Lamar, they got good deep balls. But between them reading defenses and between like the 5.
I ain't gonna lie,
I
ain't gonna lie. You gonna have to you gonna have to leave Deshaun alone about that. About in terms of as if he's
Fuck
not.
out of here. You
gonna have to leave.
He's mediocre at best.
You gonna have to leave that. You gonna have to leave that motherfucker alone.
He ain't no Aaron Rodgers. He ain't in that cloth. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Russell Wilson either. Shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. He ain't none of that. He might be one day, but I still don't think he. I don't think he no guy. He needs talent around him. You know what I'm saying? Him and Dak, Lamar, they need talent around him.
See, I love Chill Will, but one thing we'll always disagree on is the Deshaun Watson effect. I ain't buying none of that. Deshaun Watson, I ain't go as of right now, shits on what Lamar Jackson is as a quarterback. That's for sure. Shits on him.
You'll see if he win the Super Bowl. You will see when his ass go.
I know one thing for sure. If Deshaun was quarterback in Deshaun was quarterback in Baltimore going into this game Sunday, I'd have like Tyler, change my goddamn pick to Baltimore right now. Change my goddamn
don't get it
pick.
twisted, though. I would take his ass over Baker Mayfield in a minute.
Woo! Hey, as long as you can admit that, I was about to go there. I'll say, yo, Chill Will. You telling me right now, if Cleveland didn't make no trade for Deshaun right now, you wouldn't take that shit? I know I'll take that shit for my team right now.
I'll take it for my team.
Listen, B, there's about 30. There's 30. There's 28 to 30 teams in the NFL that would take that trade right now.
Current New York team and for my former New York team.
Nigga, the only people who should be looking into that trade is Kansas City, Green Bay, and Seattle.
Buffalo.
And that's a maybe. That's a maybe. That's a maybe.
That's what you gotta ask him right now.
That's a maybe.
You wouldn't be looking to it not now. You wouldn't be looking to that now. Josh Allen right now is just as good as Deshaun Watson. Like right now, he is. Like they're the same guy.
See, perfect scenario right there. I would love to see what Deshaun would do with that team. Would just get Stephon Diggs and all of that.
You already know what he do with that team. He did. You seen Hopkins with that motherfucker. So that's what he do. That's what he gonna do. He gonna throw that bitch to Diggs.
And we saw what he did when he had just
make him look wonderful.
We saw what he did when he just had Cooks. Like he like when he
gonna throw that bitch.
He had that motherfucker cooking.
He gonna throw that bitch.
Now you got a good organization that's run well, has good defense. You know what I mean? Like you put him in a scenario.
Basically, what the Houston Texans are not.
You put him in a scenario that Buffalo Bills have been trying to build for themselves for the last 4 years.
Send him to San Francisco right now. When all those motherfuckers are healthy.
Oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. That should be crazy. And you know what? That's probably what's gonna end up happening. Like that's a real scenario.
Or the Saints. Or the Saints with Drew Brees possibly retiring soon.
Or the Jets.
I hope you don't go there.
New England
I don't want him to go there.
Garoppolo, and then that will put me in line like, hey, if I get traded for Garoppolo, get that assets from New England, then go ahead. And that'll give me a head up to go get Deshaun Watson right now.
Bam.
But they probably not gonna give up on him, man. You just don't trade no franchise QB when he under contract.
which is his damn fault. Again,
his damn fault. Why did you sign the goddamn extension? But you was being
I mean, he ain't really got no leverage though. You know what I'm saying? He had none.
He has none, but he had leverage.
He had it, and then he gave it away when he signed the extension.
Gave it all away because he wanted that money now to guarantee it. And then listen,
that's what I'm saying. All that grunting, all that fronting, and that stunting about you not being unhappy with the team. That don't mean jack shit to them right now. They know they got you for at least the next 5-6 years.
They'll do what the fuck they want to do with the team now because listen, they got you. Because teams will do any. Listen, all they want is their franchise quarterback so they can act the fool.
But they know right now they about to listen to all these trade offers and everything, and see. They probably won't bite.
But see, if they smart, they will do that shit now. Like since he just granted, this is the best year to do that.
Trade with the Jets, get the number 2 pick.
Exactly.
Get the number 2 pick and Sam Darnold.
But you know he'll go to the Jets.
Listen.
The Jets didn't look that bad at the end of the year.
The Jets are talking about
they look like they get
giving up Sam Darnold and the 2nd pick if they could get Deshaun Watson. This is a real thing going on in Jets.
I ain't gonna lie. If you
they're gonna have to give him more than that. Like you give him Deshaun Watson, that's like 2 or 3. That's like 2 first-round picks.
But they're
talking
about
to get two.
No, but because they're also gonna give up. They're also gonna give up Sam Darnold too.
What the fuck does that mean?
Come on, bro.
I will hang up the phone if I'm the Houston Texans and the New York Jets call my phone about we'll give you the number 2 pick and Sam Darnold. Click.
I'm gonna fight your face so bad right now.
I wanna fight your face.
Bring me your face, let me punch it like repeatedly.
That's how. See, danger zone.
Danger zone.
I'm not saying they're gonna add more to it, but like that's a good starting piece.
That's why I said we need 2 first-round picks and Sam Darnold. That's the only way we taking that. He might be all right in the league. He might be up like the boy in Tennessee. I think there's a couple guys coming like Haskins.
Remember, Dolphins, that was your quarterback.
In Tennessee.
Who?
He said the boy in Tennessee. He's talking about Tannehill. Remember, Dolphins, that was your quarterback.
You know so
but the gays got to him.
So much, I'm like volunteers.
Yeah, Haskins and a Darnold might end up like they might have to hit a couple spots. You know what I'm saying? Be like a Brad Johnson. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like like them guys that kind of. Rich Gannon, somebody who come through later in their career.
That's the dude that's the immature guy in Washington, right?
Say it again.
Haskins, that's the immature guy from Washington.
Yeah.
He about to And so bad.
I don't think he immature though. I don't think he immature. He just want to win, man. He was not used to losing. You know what I'm saying? And he really didn't. He's man. I don't think he immature. I don't know, man. I might not heard enough stories about him.
You say he's used to winning. If he's used to winning, then he's gonna put in the work.
Well,
to
just
be able
the
to
one
win.
recently where he had the issue. Is it where Haskins thinking about? He had the issue where he went. No.
He went to the strip club.
Yeah, he went to the strip club and shit.
Look, I never heard any issues about Haskins. Think about this. I think Haskins was here. Oh man, I could be wrong.
I go back to his first touchdown too, where he took the selfie.
We're about to win a game, and you're not even available for the kneel down. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They got to throw another quarterback in to go take the knee. Like, come on, that's a bad look.
It's just weird.
Okay.
It's a bad look. Yeah, so it's not like that's.
Well, it's the reason why
it's like a third down weird incident. So he may not be immature, but he has enough oddball incidents, and I'm like.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What the fuck is going on here?
Act like you've been there.
Got you.
If you're a winner, you don't need to go take no selfie with no fan before the 000 comes. Let the 000 go off. You shake hands with the other teams, on your way to the locker room. Then you stop. You take a couple selfies with the fan. That's normal.
Oh, come on, man. I thought you talking about he went to the bench and was taking selfies and shit. He took a selfie with a fan?
Before the game was officially over. They had to throw another quarter.
They all walk away and shit though, and do what they think with after that. I really don't know. Y'all know better. So enough instances, like you said.
Man. Okay, so this is the same instance. So not even 3 instances.
It ain't even just that. Chill, Will. Say you the quarterback of a team, right? And your coach is going through cancer and chemotherapy and all of that shit. with COVID going on, are you having strippers, or at least letting yourself get caught amongst strippers and all of that, knowing?
I mean, all them niggas, come on now, all them niggas is all doing crazy stuff.
They all are for sure, but he let himself get caught.
Mm-hmm. That ain't gonna make no sense. I don't care about getting caught or not. Like that's just a victim of circumstance. But all of them being ridiculous. Like I ain't pass, and nobody getting no pass with that because all of them are ridiculous with that stuff. Then nobody care, and then they gotta live their life. You know what I'm saying?
Live your life.
They like us. Like some people take it seriously, some people don't.
Live your life.
Like the person that fuck COVID. You gonna do what you want to do.
I'm saying live your life, B. But I can assure you there are celebrities who want to live their life. Whenever they go there, they telling people, "Yo, put phone away." Da 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 da. This, that, and the third. I can guarantee that. I can guarantee because
But it's a reason. Y'all right. You're right. It's a reason they let them go this early. They let them go super early. They could let them go at any time. They didn't release his ass.
Exactly. They benched him. Next day, release.
Because also think about this. Like we all love Alex Smith, right? And we understand his comeback story. But if you truly have a young quarterback that you have faith in, are you starting Alex Smith over that person?
Hell no.
Alex Smith has been
Rivera.
Like Alex Smith has been
Rivera's a decent coach.
Yeah, like Alex Smith, his whole entire career has been that bridge quarterback to the next guy. In a sense. And now all of a sudden he comes back with a broken leg and you can't give the reins to your young quarterback. Like this is just popping in my head now. You understand? Like you can't give.
Damn, he got a broke leg again.
Well, no, but I'm saying like Alex Smith fucked up his leg. He's coming back from recovery, and your young quarterback that you drafted isn't the starting quarterback. It's now Alex Smith again. Like you know what I mean? Like so now I'm thinking about that. I'm breaking that down a little further because I didn't even think about this before. Like that even says something to me. Like because Alex Smith shouldn't have been playing so soon. Like that should have been Haskins' team. Like it should be Haskins' team around this time. What the fuck are he like? So even when I called him immature before, I wasn't even thinking about like, yo, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck you lose your job? I understand Alex Smith has been a good quarterback throughout the years, but he's always been a bridge guy to some young guy, or a patchwork for now. He came from a broken leg. Alex Smith shouldn't have come into that. Shouldn't be playing football until their young quarterback misses a fucking game. And then you give Alex Smith, here comes Alex Smith, his first game back. Let's see what he's going to do. No, I have a feeling they just never fully trusted
But when
Haskins.
you want to start some, yeah, you're right.
And listen, it could have been from that very first touchdown he threw where that happened, and maybe that position lingered, or maybe there's more stuff to it. But like I said, on top of it, after that, now he's back with his. Now it gets back to the coach, and then your coach has had all these issues, and you get caught out during COVID with all this other shit. And I'm like,
that's the thing. For me, it's not the fact that you did it; it's the fact that you got caught, and like you can't even.
James Harden did it, and he got caught, but James Harden did it got caught because he wanted to be out. Just think about how many times did James Harden do that before, and we didn't know about. The moment he wanted to be traded, we saw everything he did. COVID, like, yo, this nigga just took a shit without his mask. He went to the grocery store without his mask. Yo, he saw the baby.
Bro, y'all, he came to the motherfucking preseason game 280 pounds.
Did he? Was it 280 pounds?
I will not believe James Harden was 280 pounds.
Wow.
I would not believe
No. But he was fat as fuck. Maybe I didn't see
there
it.
are definitely pictures. We've seen the pictures.
I know, yeah. He definitely looked like he may have gained like 20 pounds or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, of just not healthy eating and shit. Like, he was enjoying himself.
I'm trying to get the fuck out of here.
More than 20 pounds. That motherfucker was big, man. He already was kind of husky. He already like fat. That's what's amazing about James Harden. That motherfucker gonna get tired like you think he get way more tired than he do. He fat for NBA standards, you know what I'm saying? But he out there getting buckets.
6'5", what? He was 6'5", 225, right?
6'6", I think.
No, he's 6'5". But he's still like 220 though.
I don't know, man.
Well, look at his shoulders. The man, he's not small. Look at his
At
shoulders.
6'5", I could have swore 6'5".
That motherfucker was more than 225 in that picture. That picture, he was 250, 260. I ain't no bullshit.
For a 2 guard, the motherfucker is stocky. For a 2 guard.
So he's 6'5". And
that motherfucker husky, and that
so they
beard
got
don't
him
help.
listed 6'5", 220. And yeah, that's what's like. He definitely
He can't even go to JC. He can't even shop at JC Penney.
He's 220 at 6'5".
Gotta take his ass to the thrift store.
That's garbage.
You gotta take his husky ass to the thrift store and get some clothes.
Listen, you wanna know how how I know that's garbage? If he's 220 at 6, I'm 225 at 6'1". That weight, garbage. Garbage.
No, I don't know how recent this is.
Harden ain't worth it either. Harden ain't worth it either though, cause he just don't play defense. You can't tell him shit. You can't be coached. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that this is why I'll never forget. If y'all pull up, y'all can go Google this shit. Mm-hmm. You can pull up Baron Davis talking about James Harden in high school. He said, "Man, there was a high school out there named James Harden. Man, I've never been beat up that good. Nobody locked me down like that. I had to start really playing." This is Baron fucking Davis.
Talking about James Harden.
Yes, talk about James Harden. How this nigga was locked up in this is James Harden, high school James Harden, senior in high school, maybe junior. That shit crazy, and now he has. So that tell you like he don't give a fuck. You can't tell him shit. And then think about it, he never had a problem with no defense. He was a defensive stopper in Oklahoma City. You put it, he was their best defensive guard. Russ is just like all fluff. Like he holler, but he really ain't great on defense. He's mediocre. You know what I'm saying? He alright sometimes, but he really can't defend. Kyrie would eat his ass. Like this motherfucker can't be like no first, second team defense. Like I think he got an honorable mention a couple times, but like this motherfucker can't play D. Harden was the best defensive player they had out there against them guards. He would play D against the best player they had.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's that in Houston they empowered him too much, and they made his role so much offense. It's like you have to care about defense anymore.
But that's Tony. That wasn't him. That was Dickhead.
Dan Tony, which also
and
this is why I say like
the Nets ain't gonna do shit. My bad, y'all. That's why the Nets ain't gonna do shit.
Listen, I feel like and
that shit's sad.
You know what's so funny about the Nets as I'm watching them this year? They're not taking the season serious enough. And I think that's where and I think that's why they're gonna falter.
Because it's the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they believe. I'm seeing this from their play. They believe that as long as they make the playoffs, they're good. Because once they make the playoffs, none of them miss any games. They'll play all of their games, and based off how they score, they'll be able to get shit done. But I don't think the continuity is going to be there perfectly like it needs to be. Because they wouldn't have gone through the trenches enough close games of playing every game like it mattered to make sure when games got tight, they're like, yo, we definitely gonna come out and bust our ass and try to win this, to know how to pull through things when it gets to the playoffs. They're gonna just be like, they're gonna try to rely on everybody's individual talents too much and realize there needs to be a continuity of everybody's talent.
You know what though? Think about who you talking to though. Like you gotta think about who you talking to, man. These are literally the two best offensive players in our world.
Two of the best.
The two best offensive players in our league, like literally. Like these the most two unstoppable, I should say. If nobody can guard these two guys, like you can guard Steph Curry, because let me say this. Let's say that better, because you really can't guard Steph Curry if he's on a team. But 1-on-1, these are the two best 1-on-1 players besides James Harden, maybe, in the league. Like you can guard, these guys are unguardable. Like you cannot guard these guys. You can guard Steph. You got to get a pick sometimes. You got to get a screen. He got to come off. You know what I'm saying? You can guard and
you can bully him sometimes a little bit too.
Shot from deep. Lucas, but these motherfuckers, they get the rack. They can do whatever they want to do with the ball. You You know what I'm saying? And so why would I even need all that? Because it's come to the clutch. We got the two best clutch players in the league. Kyrie may be the best clutch player, but I mean, I don't know who gets more clutch. I mean, out of Curry, I'm just thinking like, just with the ball in your hand, like I don't need no pick. I don't need nothing. I'm just about to make one shot. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie the closest thing to Kobe, we probably don't see until another Kobe come around. You know what I'm saying? So
Danger zone.
I know you hate Kyrie, but that's clutch-wise, there's nobody better. There's nobody better clutch-wise. Now he may not be the Kobe, literally, but he clutch-wise, there's nobody that's better than clutch.
I gotta hit it again.
Then you got Durant.
Danger zone.
Then you got Durant.
I don't hate
Durant.
Kyrie.
Danger zone.
Anytime anybody speaks any prosperity about Kyrie, your face gets ugly. Your face gets ugly, nigga.
You can't name a player
I looked at you when Chill Will said something positive about Kyrie. Bro, your face naturally just turned a different way. Naturally. That's how much you hate Kyrie. You don't even notice it. That's how much you hate Kyrie. You don't even notice it, B. Oh my God.
No, I know when my face turned. He said something, and it made me think Logo Lillard. That's what it was. You said
like, it's nobody gonna pick to hit a shot other than Kyrie. Like I know I love Curry, but he's not. He's still like a little boy effect when he's out there on the floor. Like he's still kind of like out there playing. Like sometimes he need a pick. Like if you literally put this motherfucker got a lot. Look, Kevin Love played some of the greatest defense I've ever seen on this motherfucker in the final. Like. How you gonna let Kevin Love do that to you though? That's impossible.
That's true.
And like that would never happen.
Kyrie Irving would have put him through a blender.
He had one leg.
Put him in the mix.
I don't hate Kyrie. It's just that when you said that, I was thinking Logo Lillard. Like if I had I was thinking Logo Lillard. That's the reason why you saw that look at my face. Automatically, I'm over here thinking like, nah, I'll take Logo Lillard all day long.
Yeah, I know that's why I mentioned Lillard, but Lillard. He's not like Jimmy clutch too. Now I can say that's who I respected Jimmy. Jimmy is that guy too. You know what I mean?
Butler.
But it's not many that could. Yeah, Jimmy Butler. Okay. It's not many. And
but he's so much bigger.
Like,
but also he's so much bigger.
But something is missing.
He's a shooting guard and he's so much bigger than him. Like everybody we've talked about so far has been a point guard. You know what I mean?
And plus Jimmy, when I think of him, I think defense first.
I was just thinking about clutch, the most clutch shooters in the league. Okay. Right now, they're the best. They probably top 3, top 4. Durant, because Durant. Well, I don't know. You really don't know because Durant outside of Golden State, you don't know what you got. We want to find out. But now he seems like he can get his balls.
Well,
you know
there was that one game where
he the wizard. He went to the wizard and got his heart. You know what I'm saying? Got his balls, and then now he's post. Golden State. Hopefully he can keep that shit up when he pull up in the brown mouth and dropping them off. Hopefully he can keep that shit. But
I hope you don't do that.
I mean, when you on that team, what you gonna do? I mean, I don't. Why we gotta look? It's the Eastern Conference, bro. They got 3 to 5 locked up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. I thought you about to go East weak and shit. I'm like, I don't do that. East is not caca like it used to be. That's one thing.
No, I agree. But it's still like Durant and Kyrie, and then you got they got a good supporting cast. They made without them niggas. They made the playoffs last year, didn't they? Or they was in the 8th spot or close to it.
Like 7th, I think.
I think they made the playoffs.
It was like 7th or 8th.
They made the playoffs
7th because Orlando was 8th. Yeah.
I want to say they made the playoffs. I know they made the playoffs at least 2 years in a row. They made the playoffs at least 3 years. Like at least 2 out of the last 3 years, I know they made the playoffs.
So now you add Kyrie and Durant. So if you're in the 7th spot, you're gonna get at least 2 spots, at least. If not, the 4th or 3rd spot.
They should be no lower than 3rd.
Got better. Boston.
They should be no lower than 3rd. I
believe is here.
You got Kyrie and KD for a full season. You should be no lower than 3rd, especially if your previous rank was 7th.
And listen, and I get it.
And 3rd is me being nice.
See, I don't even think 3rd because to be honest with you,
I'm giving you 3rd mainly because it's the combination of 2 of them. No. It's the combination of 2 of them, and then you add the fact the whole new coaching staff, and mainly your head coach who's never coached a lick in this league.
Let's put this on the table. You should win your division.
Boom.
I shouldn't
see Boston win the division. I damn sure shouldn't see Toronto win. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Philly kind of looking kind of nice right
I don't
now.
care.
And then Doc Rivers.
I get
Doc
it.
Rivers.
Doc Rivers' new coach, new system. The same shit you just said about them. I don't get it.
But Doc Rivers is tried and tested.
Philly
Steve Nash is not.
I'm sorry,
What about
Kyrie.
the Knicks? What about the Knicks, son?
Oh, trust me, trust me. You missed it. We spent about a good 40 minutes bigging up the Knicks. Of course.
They're the best team in New York right now.
That's what I said. Yes.
I know he's smiling now, though.
What?
Nigga, he's smiling now.
Nigga, chill, Will. I haven't had shit. No, turn that shit off. 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 Turn that shit
He
off.
playing music and shit, man. He playing music and shit.
Nigga, chill. Nah, chill, Will. Chill. Nah. Chill. I gotta tell you this. Cause T just got a whole new Knicks rug in the room. I posted that shit on my IG on the story. I don't know if you seen it, but
let me see if I can.
I'll post it.
Hold
on, I'll post it right now just so you can see what I look
you,
like.
man. Did I follow you?
I know I follow you. I don't know if you followed me back. I think you did.
I see. Let me see. What's your name on there?
Hold on. I'm gonna post it and then I'm gonna share my profile with you.
You know he over 30. He don't even remember his profile name and shit.
Yeah.
Niggas over 30 don't know his profile. Like niggas over 30 don't even know how to use Instagram and shit. They just know. If you over 35, it's a wrap. Oh my god.
Oh man. But nah, yo, so
they be like, what's your Instagram name on, man? Like, I don't know.
But yo,
shit, I just got it. Nigga be lying.
But nah, what I was saying, I posted the rug on IG, and then all my friends who are like Heat fans or Laker fans or whatever, or my friends who just get on my ass when it comes to the Knicks was like I was like, yo, bro, sis, chill. I haven't been happy about this team since 2013. So let me fucking live, all right? Let me have a moment, goddammit. Let me celebrate these wins as if they're NBA championships for the time being. Just goddamn. Because it's not just the win, B. It's like, yo, it looks functional right now. It's not dysfunctional.
Yo. And
there's a difference. There's a difference. Because you know when you see somebody winning, but it's like, you winning, but it doesn't seem, it don't seem like we moving forward type winning. But at least, like, I'll tell you right now, even if we was 3-5 right now instead of 5-3, I'll be like, you know what? I do feel better. Because at least
look different.
Because at least the product on the court looks better, mainly from what I'm seeing on the floor, through the coaching staff, through the fact that I don't hear shit about this nigga James Dolan and anything else going up in front office. So I'm like, all right, I can take it. But the fact that it's 5-3,
man,
like,
you need to get over James Dolan, man. He ain't going nowhere, no time.
Nowhere. My nigga, I already said and this is fucked up on my end. I said the only way we getting rid of James Dolan in terms of owning the Knicks is if he dies.
Or if he says some racist shit behind somebody.
I honestly think that even if he says some racist shit, he's not getting the fuck out.
Man, if he did that shit with Oakley, man, that shit ain't gone. It's a wrap. How you gonna do Oakley like that, man?
That was crazy.
And I tell you, Oakley a real nigga too. Like, if you out there doing real, he's respected. Oakley, it don't get no more respect throughout the league than Charles Oakley.
Charles Oakley,
and you do him like that, he ain't going nowhere, man.
Charles Oakley was smacking nigga for real.
No,
he was smacking nigga for real.
I know he will. Shit.
Like, no.
He from here.
This story.
By way of Alabama.
Oh, there's stories about Charles Oakley where somebody owed him I think somebody owed him some money or whatever. And he said, okay, I got you, whatever, next time, whatever. They were in film room, right? And Charles Oakley walks in, and that dude had it like, his first reaction wasn't to give Charles Oakley his money. So in the film room, Charles Oakley walked him and smacked the shit out of him. Bam, in front of everybody. Where the fuck is my money? Dude was like, it was in the locker. You should have had it on you.
Listen, like, Charles, if you want to know how Cleveland is, Like, if you want to know how Cleveland is, like, that's a perfect example of a Cleveland dude.
Actually, that
like
makes sense. Listen, I've had a run.
That's exactly how it is.
I've had a run with a Cleveland dude. I've had a run with a Cleveland dude. Yeah, like, yeah, he ain't lying at all.
Them niggas just ignorant.
I ain't gonna lie though.
Ignorant, but they can be real.
He was also a little. He was a little too. He was like, put it this way. I'm gonna tell you one of two things. He was either a little too insensitive, or he just really wanted to fight me. Yeah. Because he came at me.
He be ready to throw hands.
He came at me.
It ain't shoot first.
He came at me.
Hands first. I'm about to give you hands. I might shoot you after I beat your ass. But you got to get these hands first.
Yeah, he came at me after like every night we talk shit in the barracks, right? Every night before he went to sleep. Apparently, the shit that I said to him, he took that shit personally. I must have been hitting sore spots and kept on digging in.
That's all.
Yo, he caught me at the drunkest moment I has ever been at 19. Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, it's still one of the only L's I've ever taken to this day. I had an opportunity to revenge this L in Germany, but by the time I ran into him, right? First I couldn't find him in Germany because we was deployed together to Korea. I couldn't find him in Germany.
Maybe water under the bridge by then, man.
I was
water under the bridge.
I was a petty
holding
nigga.
on to that shit.
I did hold on to that shit. I held on to that shit. Listen,
we know you're a petty. we know you're a petty
it was
nigga.
My first
you
L.
don't have to tell nobody you're a petty nigga.
It was my first L.
Dark skin, light skin in the building.
It was my first L, and he caught me drunk. I wanted a sober rapport. I wanted a sober rematch. Fuck that. So we ran into him getting ready to deploy in Korea, and I couldn't find him in Germany when he was in Germany. I ran into him again in Indianapolis. By the time I ran into Indianapolis, that same shit he had pulled, well, it caught up with him. Somebody stabbed him 22 times.
Fuck.
This motherfucker lost movement in his. He had a hand brace on. He lost half of his small intestine. Like
I'm surprised the nigga's still breathing.
Exactly.
The fuck. 22 times.
When I saw him, I'm like,
ain't got 50 Cent. You ain't got shit on this nigga.
Exactly. When I saw him, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let go of that shit. There ain't shit I can do to you now. Like this is karma, like, but this won't even be a fair fight. Like, but I'm kind of like that's karma because basically it was somebody. It's some shit he took too personally, and he popped off at the wrong person. And they caught him outside the club.
Caught him lacking.
Caught him lacking. You know what I mean? Like gave him the fucking Dyson special.
Yeah, that's how it be. Especially
when we go inside the sticker.
That shit almost happened to me a couple times. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was ignorant. Like I never take shit personal. But I do ignorant shit. Like I was disrespectful.
Oh no! See, that's one thing too, Chill Will. I firmly believe that shit from just how when you calling on the show. I firmly believe that.
But also you know what? It's not even disrespectful. It comes from a confidence being firm in your shit.
Exactly. And motherfuckers just being super sensitive to it.
Like yo, what's your funny looking ass doing over here, man? It's real niggas, man. Step on the other side. Like, this is real nigga area. Like,
real nigga area. Real nigga shit over here. Real nigga tings.
Oh, funny. Yeah, like this.
And you funny looking as well.
I say reading and shit. Like I would just walk up to motherfuckers they smoking. I grab they fucking cigarette out their mouth and throw that shit on the ground. Like, I don't like that shit, man. Get out of here.
Wow.
Like, you know
wow.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, God damn.
Yo.
I ain't gonna lie. Yo. The fact that Chill Will is still breathing right now is a blessing in disguise, dog.
I just had to make my pockets look like rabbit ears because I was completely out of pocket, B.
Yeah, I was stomp on that shit. I be slapping cigarettes out of niggas' mouth, stomping on that shit. Like, shut up.
But you know what though?
See, this how you know Chill. This how you know Chill Will's a big scary looking motherfucker. This how you know Chill Will's a big scary looking motherfucker. Because to be able to do this and not get checked, that's how you know. It's like, damn, he just did that shit to me. But yeah, that nigga big as fuck and shit.
Even then, I'm 5'10", 6 foot at the most with my shoes on, but I probably look a little bit taller. But I was a husky motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But
see. But I don't
nigga, you do that shit, niggas look like, man.
I was in 300 club. I was probably almost 400. So I was But I mean, that's an attitude, man. It's just an ignorant ass attitude. It's coming out of Cleveland, man. It's just ignorant. It is like that's like Charles Oakley is the embodiment of a Cleveland nigga, man. Period. Point blank. Period. And we don't do it. Just when you do. Well, I don't know. It ain't just I go out my way to be disrespectful. It's just I scope the scene. It's like this old bitch ass nigga. Let me like he be acting like he hard. Let me show him.
Let me show him what this shit is.
Yeah.
Let's see what this motherfucker about to do. Cause I don't believe.
Let me see what he about. Let me see what he about. If he a real nigga, if I do this shit to him and he a real nigga, he gonna check me right here. We gonna get it on right here.
Yep. And like a lot of times you be extra. You like niggas be extra, especially in the military.
God. Okay. You know what?
What's up, dog?
Yeah. He got the military background too.
Time out. I apologize, Will. I can definitely see that happen in the military. Yeah, like, you know what? Cause I
said scary motherfucker.
There's a dude from Jersey that used to talk brother that still got a score on his fucking skull because of me. Big motherfucker. Listen, he came and squashed the beef with me afterwards, but don't listen.
That's how
I'm
it be,
from
man.
niggas like
they be big soft-ass motherfuckers too.
Like
big old.
Like talk about scoping the scene.
Soft-ass niggas.
Like the day.
Find out.
Like the day. Like you hear everybody talking shit in the barracks right for a while.
Yeah.
And then weapon training come up.
Yeah.
And the first time they get a Glock and they looking for the safety. Yeah, they had all that gun talk in the barracks. And you looking for a safety on a Glock. Fuck out of my face, B. You ain't never held shit in your life. You ain't never had a gun in your face. You ain't never had to bust your gun. None of that shit.
That'd be the most wild shit. That'd be the most wild shit.
See, I ain't fuck with y'all army niggas because y'all that's the shit y'all might do. I will make sure we in the NCO club. And I'ma see your ass. Nah, it ain't no guns, no nothing. You can't pull that shit off. Now it's all bare knuckles, motherfucker.
Oh, no, listen. No, he's right, too. Like, in North Carolina, where there's Fayetteville, Army motherfuckers go to the club with their guns. That's because Fayetteville niggas go to the clubs with their guns. That's where J. Cole is from. I don't know if you guys know it. Vietnam, that shit, North Carolina, them niggas go... Yo, I've been shot at more times in North Carolina than I've done by the enemy. I've been shot at more times in Fayetteville, North Carolina than I have done from an insurgent and a terrorist from Vietcong, from all of them niggas, whatever. None of them niggas never bust their gun at me. But Fayetteville niggas?
I learned, also, that's what I learned in the military too, about Southern niggas. Like, I'm gonna tell you something.
This nigga evil.
I'm gonna tell you something that's real as fuck.
Them Fifth Ward niggas?
About people from
them Fifth and Third Ward niggas?
They can never get respected just by the pure way they accent. Like if you got a deep Southern accent, niggas take, especially from the North. Oh my God, don't be from the East Coast and a Bama walk in. You had no respect for them. Back then, yeah. Just by the pure way they talk. You know what I'm saying? Period.
They're too relaxed a little bit. Like they're too relaxed, too friendly. You're like, oh, this is a sucker ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here, you cornball ass nigga.
These are some of the most vicious motherfuckers you gonna find.
Oh
like,
no,
these motherfuckers is ignorant. I'm like, oh my God. I'm in the club with these. I mean, they don't dress. They don't get. I will be honest. Like Southern niggas, they can't dress. Like
but they got gold teeth,
plaid shirts and.
Bro,
like, these good shoes.
Nigga, these.
Oh my God, like blue,
nigga,
blue long sleeve plaid shirts button up to the neck, collared. Like we're wearing Cuban link chains and Timbs,
nigga. These southern
goose jackets.
These southern niggas out here wearing these niggas.
Hip hop club.
Nigga, these.
No, not like high school dance.
Oh, these southern back so many memories.
These southern niggas out here with the fucking bed sheets over them as fucking t-shirts. Be like, what the fuck?
Man, but these niggas is the last. Some of these niggas is the last niggas you want to test, bro. I'm gonna tell you.
Some of them were the last, and some of them were the first.
These niggas was not playing.
Because also
these
too,
niggas will leave you sleep.
They're all cornbread strong too for no reason.
Cornbread strong.
Cornbread strong. Man, hate them niggas. Cornbread strong.
Look,
like listen, give me a diesel nigga from New Jersey than a cornbread motherfucker from with no muscles. Like, Cause that nigga will fling you. Like that big Jersey nigga is trying to knock you out. That country motherfucker's gonna fling you everywhere. He gonna grab you and fling you.
Gold teeth. Gold teeth and shit. Breath stank. Like,
yo,
man, these niggas is knocking you out. I never forget that shit, man. Like the best knockout was by a nigga that's Southern. I was in Cali at a club. And this, I don't know where this nigga was from. It just, he had a thick ass accent. And they was arguing early in the day. In that club, they was arguing. And it dispersed. And all you seen about an hour later is motherfucker come from the side, bow, knocking motherfucker out. Chapel. He was, you know, when they fall, you think they dead. Slapped this nigga. And then when they start making that noise, that or they do, they kind of ball up. Like they autistic or something. That's I thought this nigga was dead.
When they fetal position.
I thought this nigga was dead. Right. I thought this nigga was dead, bro. And I said, man, listen. That's about the third time I've seen a nigga from the South just knock somebody straight the fuck out. Like, I've never seen that until I got to the military. I mean, I've seen people, and being from Cleveland, of course, you can see people get shot,
fight,
punch in the face, get knocked out. But I'm talking about when somebody gets knocked out and just boom, hit the ground and don't like move for like 2-3 minutes, and you would think they dead. I never had seen that till I was 18. And so, you know, I've seen motherfuckers, you know, when they, you know, pow, somebody get knocked out, they hit the ground, but they wake back up. Or they doing that, they still alive. They doing some weird shit. They doing some, you know. But I've never seen nobody get knocked the fuck out to where I'm thinking, like, this motherfucker is dead. Oh my gosh. Somebody call the police.
Call the police, pick up the people.
You lose your whole right now. It's like, this nigga dead. Like, to help him, somebody help him. Like, this motherfucker died. And it was from motherfuckers from the South, man. Like, it was literally every time I seen that shit, it was a motherfucker from the South that did that shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers don't play. There's some cornbread fed motherfuckers down there that you just don't fuck with.
So, wait a minute. Did we all make our picks?
Chillwood didn't make no picks for no game. We've been talking all this time. Chillwood didn't make no picks for no game.
Cause you know what?
I can't pick Ohio State. It's a bad jinx. I can't pick no Ohio State. I can't pick on Alabama Ohio State game. That's bad luck, man. I can't
what? You could get Chillwood die hard Ohio State. Chill, I ain't gonna lie.
I can't do it.
I thought this was a lock for you. I was like, yo, he gonna say Ohio State anyway.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I just been waiting for your pick, really.
Oh no. Well, my pick.
I don't want bad luck.
All right. Well, I'm in a good mood, so I'll let you rock on that game, cause that's all the marbles right there. So I'll let you rock there. But for me, the spread is 8. I'm picking Alabama to win, but I'm definitely picking Ohio State to cover that 8-point spread. Hell nah. I think we about to have a classic in this shit. Fuck that. Alabama more than 8.
Really good game, though.
Yeah,
like,
Alabama more than 8. Hell nah.
I think we're gonna pull it out. I mean, to be honest, I'm not positive about it. But overall, the problem is Mac Jones, man. That nigga is a big, like,
bro.
And our secondary. Although we played better last, like I don't know.
No,
the thing
your D line, like, your D line is the best D line that Alabama will see all year.
Yeah, and that's a fact. Just because that's just because we kind of caught our stride that last game.
But B, like
now you give us time.
But see, here's the thing though,
we got NFL talent.
Yeah, but you know this better than I do. You know this better than I do. Line of scrimmage, control everything, B. Control everything, and you know that. You know that.
Wait, hold on a second. Can that D-line get to the quarterback?
We good.
Yes. You didn't see what you didn't. You didn't see the game.
I'm truly asking.
You didn't see the game.
I want you to go in if that's the case,
bro. Clemson only scored. Clemson.
We do it by committee though. Like this.
Exactly.
That's the best defensive game we played all year though.
I look at the defensive line as one unit. It's supposed to be done by committee.
Bro, Clemson struggled because that D-line was getting to Trevor all game long. All game long.
But the thing is by committee. And why I say that is by committee because you got to think about what we just had, bro. Like, think about even though we had a good defensive line, you would have never known it because we got who? We got the Bosa brothers.
Or Chase Young.
Thank you. So,
but here's the thing now. Here's the thing is.
It's gonna be one person.
Gotcha.
We literally all 3 of them. probably gonna end up in the Hall of Fame.
Here's the thing, though. This is even better for you. By the fact that it's by committee, there's not one particular guy that you can focus on. That you can we got to worry about stopping this particular one. You know what I'm saying?
So on every play, it's any man.
It's any man for himself. Anybody can eat.
That's interesting. That is.
And nobody has really gotten to Bama like that this year.
Yeah, I was proud of our defensive back though, because
I ain't gonna lie. Tyler Wade gonna have some work for him though. He gotta worry about that Heisman nigga.
That's the problem. But we made. I'm gonna tell you, our defense is made for this. These squads, they out scheme us. They don't necessarily out talent us. They out scheme us.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm gonna give you both 45 seconds. Give me your last words on this.
On this game?
Go ahead, Will.
Will got it. Will got it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I ain't got a whole lot. I just think that
continue, Will. Continue, Will.
Yeah, you was already riding.
Yeah. But for the most part, I think if our defense can hold up against those two wide receivers, I don't know if old boy's out for the year.
Because Waddle might come back. They said Waddle might come back.
Yeah. So if we in trouble if both of them motherfuckers come back. If he's hurt, we'd be good. But if both of them full speed, we're gonna be in trouble with Mac Jones. We're gonna have to run the ball. And they kind of they got rid of that last game at one point in the second half.
Because Fields was
me off.
Ryan
Day's a good coach. Ryan Day's a good coach, so I got faith in him. If anybody can do it, he can do it.
Right.
It's the only way to beat Alabama. The only way to beat Alabama, you could somewhat control it because the offense is gonna get this. Offense gonna get this.
Demoralize them.
You got to make them work. You got to make them work. Make them work for it.
Defense ain't the best.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You got to make their offense work for it. And when I tell you, when your offense get on that field, you can't have negative plays. The flags for holding on the offensive line, the fumbles, the interceptions, just negative plays. You can't have it. You got Trey Sermon up in there, who out there giving the sermon week after week, preaching. Let him work. Fields, work off that. Olave, do your thing when the ball's thrown to you. And this game, and just know, the minimum you can score is 35. If you don't touch 35, forget it. Bet.
I think we can touch 35. You know what I'm saying? I think we could defensively, if we can hold the ball running it. And then do our thing defensively. We can probably think about who we just kept in check. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no easy offense to keep in check. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they ain't gonna be better than. They ain't gonna be that much better than Clemson. I mean, they gonna be just as good, but not flat out better. But we got a different running back to go against though. That's the thing. That boy behind running the ball, both teams are fine, but he ain't that boy here.
Well, maybe not the last.
Before you, Will. Thank you, Will, for joining the podcast. We got 5 seconds before we're no longer live on the website. We have less than a minute before we're no longer live on Podbean. I want to thank everybody for listening. Hope you continue to catch a wave that never subsides.
Down now.
Roger that, man. Good to hear from you, fellas.
Always chill, Will. I appreciate you giving us the love.
Much love, baby. Hear from you next week. Tune in.
You be safe and stay blessed, my brother.
Heard the casino got a buffet breakfast. Don't want to go far.
Tired. Oh, there's too much shit out here.
You know what's so funny?
Poe is live right now? Oh, shit.
Poker?
Poe is live right now?
On ESPN? Oh, Poe is live. Oh.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
Ooh.
We talked about letting go today. So I'm going to let you guys go, and you can listen to the published episode. I appreciate you, and I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Oh, looks like Poe tapping out, though.
Look like Poe's just leave. And let us go ahead and do the same thing here. And we'll get out of here for you guys. No, you know what's so funny? Right? So, let me see. We're done on Podbean, we're done on things. The only thing right now is like bonus on Instagram and bonus on YouTube, but they can't even see us anymore. So they're getting bonus with that.
Free bonus.
No, you know what's so funny about the podcast is that when I first started this, it was called the MyT Sports Minute. So I was gonna do a quick little podcast on my drive to work. And there was just too much shit happening. I was like, okay, whatever. I still do like a little quick podcast and then I was like, I switched from the MyT Sports Minute to the MyT Sports Podcast because I found myself going like 30 minutes to an hour. So then that's when I did an hour, and that was just by myself, just giving all my own takes. I've known for a long time I needed to extend my Wednesday shows during football season.
Because it's just too much.
Because
16 fucking games a week?
Even by myself, it was an hour and a half to a 2 hour long podcast. That's just I knew it was gonna be like 3.
Then when you add another body up in here.
So basically, think about if I can do a podcast for 1 hour by myself, then every time there's another person, it doubles, it triples, quadruples. Yeah. So I've known for a while I can like. I was like I knew I can do a. So I was like when COVID started, I was like I'm gonna try to do the podcast every day because I feel like if I can do 3 on a Wednesday, if I only leave it to an hour every day, I can bang out an hour every day because it's just basically I just gotta find 2 extra hours from now on. I talk about it Wednesday. You know what I mean? And then quickly Wednesday, I'm like, no, Wednesday got to stay 3 hours because shit just flows and then shit. And then I'm like, yeah. So listen, when I have plans for an hour, listen, I understand, and that's the reason why I purposely now don't do shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Give yourself a day in between.
Not only that, based off how Mixlr is built, I get 3 hours every 24 hours. So that's even why initially when I was doing podcasts every day, if I did a 3-hour show on Wednesday, Thursday's show wasn't on my website. That was always reserved to be a fundraising show that was only exclusively on Podbean because I didn't have the hour space to push a live podcast on the website. So now I don't do it on Thursdays and Thursdays. So now Monday I have 3 hours, Wednesdays I have 3 hours, and now Fridays I have 3 hours because, like I said, I don't have to worry about what is right. Because if I do a little bit, then after like, hey, do I have a full 3 hours this day, or did it eat up an hour, or is there only 1 left, or something like that? And yeah, shit like that was happening. Gotcha. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream because I want to hear what Michael K is saying.
True.